Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Laila Tov, Laila Tov. Welcome to another True Disciples of Christ Bible study. And we are the true disciples of Christ, Yahusha, and this is your Yahushua. We're going to start this Bible study with some truth music. Me and the good brother Kadar went to the studio today. Since the topic is going to actually be about masculine females, so-called Afro females. We wrote a song for that, alpha females. And alpha female is an ironic thing. But some of you women, you strive to be an alpha female. And you will end up alone. You will die alone with a pet, a dog, no disrespect. But 74% of women die alone. In the melanated community, 74% of women die alone. Is repelled by the aphorism alpha female. Don't obey you who is stuck with beta males. Why you challenging me? Feminist as hell. The shit you sip through your lips got you higher than Mars, acting crazy and bizarre. Alpha females are such a turn off. See, you and me just cannot be caught up in gynocentric ideology. Confused on who you are, who you're born to be. Wanna be a man, but she cannot be. Bitch, drop down and do these. Your life would be awful without me. Men could read at your computer and phone you're on. Trying to be a man, not half as strong. You've been emulating men far too long. Being feminine is a dying trend. Seems modern women got gin in it. I give exorcism, I'm a holy man. I touch your soul, make you whole again. I drop jewels that will guide you rightly. You rebel with hell, just wanna fight me. So I'm like, politely.
Alpha female, emulate being too long. Traded in your femininity. Somehow you think you're strong. Delusional in the role you play. Knowing damn well you're dead wrong. Put away that masculinity. Or buy a dog, cause you gon' die alone.
You scream and shout, claiming I bring that out. Your vagina is tight, cause you got a big mouth. A high value man ain't about that life. 74% of women die, no man in the house. Masculinity is why you're singing and free. Take shots of liquor, cause you can't take these. Back shots when your coochie's hot. Gotta settle for a beta if you wanna get popped. For sure, I'm a pro, ladies already know. A high value man, what's no alpha girl? Is she feminine? Then we're all in. Make me laugh, no time for stressing. That leaves men into depression. Force men to creep and find another. Just like Usher, these are my confession. Ladies need to listen, cause we're really trying to help them. Alpha females are Illuminati's weapons. Alpha females. Alpha
Wawas in place of a man. You gon' die alone. You gon' die alone. Alpha female.
Exclusive on the Deprogram Enlightenment channel. We're going to run that back one more time so that they could get it. Alpha females, you're going to die alone. Think you're way too strong. You're going to die alone. We're going to run it back one more time. Tazadaq recordings exclusive. Alpha females. Let's run that back, King. Let's run that back, man. Come on. Is repelled by the aphorism alpha female. Don't obey you who is stuck with beta males. Why you challenging me? Feminist as hell. The shit you sip through your lips got you higher than Mars, acting crazy and bizarre. Alpha females are such a turn off. See, you and me just cannot be caught up in gynocentric ideology. Confused on who you are and who you're born to be. Wanna be a man, but she cannot be. Bitch, drop down and do these. Your life would be awful without me. Men could read at your computer and phone you on. Trying to be a man, not half as strong. You've been emulating men far too long. Being feminine is a dying trend. Seems modern women got gin in it. I give exorcism, I'm a holy man. I touch your soul, make you whole again. I drop jewels that will guide you rightly. You rebel with hell, just wanna fight me. So I'm like, politely.
Alpha female, emulate being too long. Traded in your femininity. Somehow you think you're strong. Delusional in the role you play. Knowing damn well you're dead wrong. Put away that masculinity. Or buy a dog, cause you gon' die alone.
You scream and shout, claiming I bring that out. Your vagina is tight, cause you got a big mouth. A high value man ain't about that life. 74% of women die, no men in the house. Masculinity is why you're single and free. Take shots of liquor, cause you can't take these. Back shots when your coochie's hot. Gotta settle for a beta if you wanna get popped. For sure, I'm a pro, ladies already know. A high value man wants no alpha girl. Is she feminine? Then we're all in. Make me laugh, no time for stressing. That leaves men into depression. Force men to creep and find another. Just like Usher, these are my confession. Ladies need to listen, cause we're really trying to help them. Alpha females are Illuminati's weapons. Alpha females. Alpha females. Alpha females.
Alpha female, emulate being too long. Traded in your femininity. Somehow you think you're strong. Delusional in the role you play. Knowing damn well you're dead wrong. Put away that masculinity. Or buy a dog, cause you gon'
David, tell these young men out here what to do before they get involved in a bad relationship.
Listen up, young ones. You better test her before you bless her.
Come on.
Better test her before you bless her. Intertwine now, all she do is stress ya. Salty vibes give you high blood pressure. Better test her before you bless her. Intertwine now, all she do is stress ya. Salty vibes give you high blood pressure.
My pops died, my tears froze because my heart was too cold inside my body. My temperature rose, about to explode when I found my mom's lied to me. Hit the street with the heat on the creek, about to leak the next one that I meet. Bad vibes, Good Friday, about to catch a body, the next one that tried me. You're the one, said Yahusha the son, put down the gun. I cried to the sky, that's why, me, that is chosen. What about those one? Lord knows, he doesn't make mistakes, most people are fake. Just pose in church, but each day they sin and say we all make mistakes. Con, I'm talking to Jake, better take heed to this. My mom lied about dad because all wickedness is but little to the woman's evilness. She made you a mangina, it shows in your feebleness. You bend over backwards just to please a bitch. Are you a leader, just a man she want to use to get even with? Evil Eves in this gynocentric bliss. Refuse to submit, but act right until you make her your wife. Keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter, or she will ruin your life.
Better test her before you bless her. Intertwine now, all she do is stress ya. Salty vibes give you high blood pressure. Better test her before you bless her. Intertwine now, all she do is stress ya. Salty vibes give you high blood pressure.
Above cloud 9, praying that I make it home to my destination. Submissive rib at the crib, patiently waiting. Open the door to hugs and admiration. No time wasted. I don't see nothing wrong with a little solo demonstration. But what I'm describing is fantasy to be real. Actuality hits when there's no home-cooked meals. No love in the home, so cold can't feel. Arguing over stupid shit, what's your deal? A righteous man enters your life, and all you cause is strife. Lying about small things got me looking at you sideways. Finna leave you standing near the highway.
Better test her before you bless her. Intertwine now, all she do is stress ya. Salty vibes gave you high blood pressure. Better test her before you bless her. Intertwine now, all she do is stress ya. Salty vibes gave you high blood pressure.
Excessive pain, my joys drain from relationships with women against men. Within your eccentric system, she don't understand. Want me to be romantic, I tell her, damn it, I'm the queen of the planet. I'm not from Rome, 911, police raid my home. She was bad to the bone when we met. How could she get me locked up like that? Hypergamy was a word for me. Guess she loved my assets. Bet that. Now I'm a spokesman for men. Am I the last real man left? Last one left. Just saying to all you fellas out there, you better man up. Job 38:3, gird up your loins like a man. Stop being weak to these women, man. A lot of weak dudes out there, man. And you simping, your manginas, you going to court, you get a divorce rate. And listen, sisters, all the real women out there, no disrespect for you, but this is for those evil Eves out there that be raping men in this gynocentric court system. Tazadaq, T-Dot recordings, you know what I'm saying. This goes out to Kevin Samuels, also the Evil Eves, and the Beta simp manginas that be acting like vaginal men. This was for you. Heat this right hand. And all you like to be booed up. Fill this right hand.
Top 1%, that's my earning. Credit or moves, what I've been learning. Alpha male focused on his purpose. I'm the prize and I know I'm worthy.
High value man, like a fire breathing dragon, I burn vocal cords. Yo, when I spit my hits, it's like, yo.
Oh my lord.
That's lit. Ladies get wetter from this. Her man gets pissed, but ride my waves like a surfing board, yard?
I go home.
In the middle. If I wanna, I could get it. Yo, you can't live with fodder. I don't wanna live with her. Real niggas, NEGUS, know what I mean. We range as kings. Simps lost focus, thinking about
that thing.
Con. Kadar, go ahead and sing, y'all.
Top 1%, that's my earning. Credit or moves, what I've been learning. Alpha male focused on his purpose. I'm the prize and I know I'm worthy.
My value higher than gas prices. You the prize no matter how fine shawty is. Kevin Samuels died, now they try to demonize a brother's name. For YouTube clickbait, trying to get fame. 1 to 10, treat them all the same. It don't matter to me. High value man realize who they want to be and guarantee to complete their mission. Worldly Negroes steady wishing. You gotta go get it, so drop that rib who won't submit. Tazadaq making hit after hit. I value music. Have your whole congregation bumping to it.
Top 1%, that's my earning. Credit or moves, what I've been learning. Alpha male focused on his purpose. I'm the prize and I know I'm worthy.
Yo, these 55-year-old women talking about they want a high-value man? She's walking around acting like she's blessed. Alpha men then tax that ass like the IRS. How would you rate him, a G? How would you rate her, Kevin Samuels? 5?
Average at best.
Acting like she's high post because she could get some dates. Those are only dick appointments because she's overweight.
No marriage.
Don't want to marry ya. The man just want to screw you. One night you would die alone with a French poodle. Or with a straight-up beta male like Mr. Noodle. Y'all?
Mr. Noodle.
Want a high-value man, but we don't want you, though. You hated Kevin Samuels. What he was saying was true, bro. I dropped so much weight on 16 bars. This work drop skirts and make Nicki Minaj Tazadaq a czar. If that's too far-fetched, this track on edit. These lyrics on Reddit. Not Jason, Kahan Tazadaq, so you know who said it. Order my book so that you can understand the characteristics of a high-value man. A spokesman for men. Kahan Tazadaq, so you know who's saying it. High-value man. Stand up.
This song is dedicated to Elder Marty Marr, a true OG of Tazadaq, the true disciples of Christ. You're gone, but not forgotten, by Hashem HaMashiach, Yahushua.
No, brother, it's just that whoever the Khan put in charge is in charge. And you know, he wouldn't have put him in charge. It doesn't matter who put him in charge. We try to lead by example, even though we're not trying to lead anybody. But, you know, if we show that we can't even respect each other, it doesn't matter. The Khan, if he say this guy is X, Y, and Z, I mean, you don't have to listen, you lead, you know. Nobody, we ain't accusing nobody of anything.
I've got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I've got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change.
turned to dirt. Got cremated, not written in the earth. Blessed with the coach, wanna be OG. Never forgotten by TDOC. Men don't cry, this shit is hurting me. Knowing more pain, your soul is free. Read the email, I couldn't believe you was already dead. For a week in a blaze of glory, cut died soldier. OG Marty Marr died like a soldier. Instead of being helpless and suffering, you took the gap, put one in your brain. When I heard the news, I couldn't cry. Too cold for tears, my soul's been robbed. Fuck boys cross me every time. Not in the flesh, in the flesh lives on. Wasn't much Solomon, the widow's son. By Hashem Kada, please sing the song.
I got faith and I know tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I got faith and I know tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I got faith and I know tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. It's gonna rain.
Your family wasn't real, this scheme is sad. Fighting over property since your dad gave another but love, you were the truest. Went to your door, now you didn't do it. Must be foul play, wanted your estate. Someone was paid to sell your fate. I'm praying that your soul's in a better place, and you're smiling down at us on earth. After the rain, the sunshine come. After death, it's Shemayim. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
I got faith and I know tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I got faith and I know tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I got faith and I know tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. It's gonna rain.
The little confusion amongst the brothers, we just trying to take that away, and it ain't gonna be tolerated. Somebody, it's his thing. Those three things control. If he say this guy's in charge, if he says little Tazadaq's in charge, he's in charge. Because that's the way it goes, man. You can't be doing all that, man. You gotta be respectful. That's all. I mean, a lot of people doing stuff. You can't come over here and sell drugs and be a part of this organization. You can't be a perpetrator on my brother and be a part of this. It's about doing, let's say, the large work, or either go somewhere else, you know.
All right, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. So tonight's subject matter, and that song was dedicated to the elder Marty Marr, going but not forgotten. Tonight's subject matter is going to be masculinity, modern unmarried Christian women, and God's divine order. Does any of you good brothers have anything you would like to speak to this topic before we start pulling some precepts on this? That song's not available yet. It's just exclusive over here. Sent it to Marty Marr's cousin. I can't see how anyone wouldn't like that song. But what do you brothers got, man?
Let's see, y'all killed it with the Marty Marr one and the Alpha Female. I like that the tempo of that beat is uplifting. You know, I was thinking the whole time it was gonna be, you know, the type of metronome to it was gonna be more, you know, slower. But I like it. I like the message that's said in that song.
Yeah,
I really like that message. I like that beat too. But on the subject matter, at hand. These women is gonna die alone. Gonna die alone. Brainwashed by Esau and the feminist agenda to completely destroy the family. They're more worried about their careers, more worried about being the man than being submissive to a man. But we're gonna get into it. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Congratulations. That was nice. Yeah, both of them, the tribute and the new that new alpha female junk. It's not junk, but I mean that was tight. And it's right on time. Love it.
We done one more called The Projects, man. I haven't had a chance to edit that video for that. And we have one more called Yeah. Projects, fight. Yeah, we done one called The Projects. Like 3 joints today.
Yeah, but I hope everyone I hope everyone was really listening to the words in those songs, especially when dealing with the alpha female, given that we're about to go into this subject matter. Nothing but facts. Hopefully, Khan will put the link out there for, to get the female perspective. But it is, I mean, this is life. This is society that, that we're living in right now. And if, you women out there want to, have salvation, you're going to have to get with a righteous brother. You have to get yourself, get your life right, get your mom right. And get what to happen if you're walking in masculinity. I mean, that's just pretty much it. There's this thing going around about, men are intimidated by alpha female. That's pretty ridiculous. I mean, I don't know any man that's well off, with himself, even like comfortable, secure in himself as a man, that wants a masculine female. That doesn't make any sense. In the sense of genders, a man has more testosterone for a reason. He's a protector, he's a provider, he's technically the one that's more assertive and more aggressive, and a woman has less than that than a man. A woman still has it, but much less than a man. So for a woman come off behaving as if she has the same or more tone than the male, he's going to find him someone who doesn't have as much. Behind it, the nature, father, in the Shemayim, that's just how it is. And given that, this is the Shabbat Shalom. All praise due to the Most High. Forgive me, I should put that out there first. But given that this is a Shabbat, when the precepts come out, everyone's going to see it. How it was from the beginning, divine order. I mean, I am very curious if there's one woman out there that is old, I'm gonna call it, I'm gonna call it a spade, an old whole success story. I've not heard one yet, not one, where you're really satisfied with your tool, your dog, and being alone. Because a man that you think you need or you think you want doesn't meet a standard. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Ain't no real man going to submit to no woman. Point blank, period. Especially those that call yourselves followers of Christ. You're in for a very, very rude awakening. If you haven't heard this before. That's all I got, Shalom.
Qatar, you got anything up?
Khan. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. It's a very, very good topic. Yesterday, when I was at the bank yesterday, I was speaking with a bank teller and also a police officer. And they fit the criteria to a T because, like, I was just conversing with them about, certain polygamous situations and how it benefits the family unit as a whole. And every one of their responses literally proved me right in what I was saying to them. And it's like every answer, it's like they're a mold. It's like a cookie cutter to the mindset that's placed on the women today. And they last response concluding the conversation was, as long as they got King Caesar Borgia, they don't need nobody else. And it's just amazing. It's just amazing, like how the mindset, and they literally can't see they're delusional. So tonight, I'm just patiently waiting for the scriptures to come out, and soon I'll go back and meet them again and invite them to come on to the podcast.
Yeah, that'll be very interesting to see if they would come, man. I think if brothers be a little that woman that came on last night, I invited her on here.
Con.
See, some of the things, man, that people got to remember. You can't be like these Israelites on the street. They run people away with the delivery. Understand what I'm saying? So why I don't necessarily agree with things that everyone say that, I invite to this channel, it gives them a voice and outlet, and gives people the ability to be able to see what's really going on. You know what I mean?
Con.
Stuff on the dawn tonight.
Seen them in the comments.
Yeah, I don't, unless someone wants to read, people that's not really real versed in the scriptures, I don't really invite them to the Bible studies unless they're going to be a reader and then come on the platform. That's how I had to run, because a lot of the stuff that go forth, man, a lot of the new brothers, they don't know this stuff, man. It's all new to them, man. They're not being, any kind of way. It's just, it's just the way it is.
Con.
I had sent the link to Nefertali. I guess he's still traveling. We need to know what times these other brothers anticipating on getting here. I know Cody's coming in tonight, but the other brothers, they're not communicating at all, man. And in the future, man, like Kadar says, man, for the high holy days, you guys are going to have to pay 2 weeks in advance. I'm not getting caught like that again.
Makes sense to me. But Ali, they're about 2.5 hours out.
Most are willing. I'll get there. Try to get there before 1. Take me about 4 hours and some change. I'm gonna leave early tomorrow morning.
Yeah, since we got the joint, we're gonna go ahead and get. You know what I mean? We're gonna just be doing the Shabbat and all of that over there, man. Since we paid for it, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go there at 12 and just take it from there. For real. I'll bring my my iPad or something so we could go live. So remember to bring that. Not for these people though, man. Not for the people that didn't show up. Like the people that's really not taking the Most High serious. I'm done with those people. I'm done with the leeches, man. My life, man, for real.
Hey, Kadar, can I ask you a question right quick?
Con.
So what kind of values did that banker and the police officer give off? Like, I'm just curious the manner of conversation.
Oh, they was on the independent woman thing, and one was saying the banker was Shalak, can't hear y'all.
No, that was just background. Go ahead.
The banker was more stating like she had a man at some point, and she just wasn't like they was together, and she was she got the CPA. She was a CPA for him or whatever, and she started to feel some type of way because he was dealing with another woman, and it started to come short on her behalf, so she said. So she just wasn't with it, and she decided to go make her own money, and she's independent. Then the police officer was with her children's father or whatnot, and it's like you know how it's like a cookie cutter story. Like they always blame it on the man. Nothing, no accountability. That was both of them. And they both agreed to being Christians, and you know they talking the King J stuff. As long as they got King J, they don't need nobody else.
Yeah, you know, a lot of that's true, but you know, a lot of these guys, man, you know, they're not in a position to be with no woman, but they're still chasing women. You know what I mean? A lot of these men, you know, a lot of these men, they like to listen to things like this so they could actually try and, you know, make a woman feel bad. But I mean, if you're not right, you know, you shouldn't even be thinking about getting with no woman. You need to be getting yourself right. You need to be on your purpose. Like I seen some guy that had left me a message today that says, a high value doesn't matter if the woman doesn't want you. She doesn't want you. This dude's out of his mind, man. There's women all of the time that be with men that they're not really sexually attracted to just for financial reasons. And then she'll go out and cheat with someone else. These dudes really need to wake up, man. Really need to wake up. And they want to sound like they know what's going on. I said, listen, man, you're not even on my level for me to actually even engage you because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You know what I mean? Talking about it's not. What the hell you think it is? That's what they want, man. A dude could be handsome as hell, muscular and all of that, man. That'll get the initial attraction, but it doesn't last. She wants a form of security, man. This is something that goes back to her genetic makeup, man. Her nature, her survival nature. And these guys don't understand this stuff on those kind of levels, man. That's why back in the day, I was smashing those type of dudes. I was smashing their chick, man, because they don't really understand women, man. These dudes don't understand women, man. Now, I don't care who you are, man. If you broke, at some point, that woman's gonna get tired of you, man. And you dudes don't get that, man. They think that they could, you know, handsome, working out, get it for a minute, man. It's just the initial attraction. That don't last. It's like what I was talking about. The level of attraction will go down if you're not on a purpose. These are just facts, man. You understand what I'm saying? Those are facts. You dudes don't really understand what's going on, man. You got a lot of bars, and this is, you know what I mean? A lot of women, you know, they're so disgruntled with a lot of men, but the men that they're disgruntled with is the men that you raise. These men was raised by single women, and I could tell these men right away. Every time I've never been wrong, man. Someone come on the call, they get real bitchy and emotional. I was like, yo, were you raised by a single mom? He started stuttering. And then he'd come up, yeah, that don't mean nothing. Yeah, it does. Look how you behaving. How did I know? It really shows, man. It shows.
Every time.
It's crazy, man. It's like that one time. Remember when the whole I can't even remember the brother's name, but the whole anti-police brutality thing was going on. We was having calls, and this dude got on real mad. Like real mad. And he was like, hold on, brother. Was you raised by a single mom?
Yeah. You're in Missouri. I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like that.
Come.
Yeah.
Look at you, feminine. He got mad. He got really mad. Look at you acting like a feminine, man. Yo, what do you mean? Then he started acting more feminine. I mean, look at your energy, man. Was that the one to say I like Yasha being better? You too mean. You seem more like a general, not a priest.
Yeah.
That was
That BS, man.
It was another dude too, though. It was that dude was on Zoom. It was another dude. We was on YouTube, and I just remember dude getting real mad, like he was yelling. I mean, you yelling in front of a computer screen, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, "Hold on, man."
You talking about that dude that found out he was an Edomite?
I don't.
No, not him. Not him. He didn't really yell. He got like a 3-year-old. Went for the silent treatment. So yeah, let's go into this, man. Let's see what the Most High says about masculinity in women. Let's start with the Book of Deborah, 22 and 5. First of all, let me make this abundantly clear. Clothes carry a certain vibration. Pants was initially designed for men, all forms of pants. What Esau has done, Esau is the one that got these women jacked up and making them think that they could be men, right? What Esau has done, Esau has created pants. Now he's saying these are female pants. There's no such thing. Just because Esau did it doesn't make it female pants. Linen breeches was initially designed for the Levitical priesthood, for men, not for women, because a woman has a cavity between her legs that needs circulation. And if she doesn't get it, you guys get those things known as yeast infections. And then you wonder why you're itching all the time. It's because that cavity needs to breathe between your legs. So let's get Deborah, the Book of Deuteronomy 22, verse 5.
Come. The Book of Deborah, Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Stop for a second. This is common sense right here. That means that there's certain things that was designed for a man. That means there's certain clothing that was designed for a man. Okay, read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
That means there's certain things that was designed for a woman. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garments. Why? Why not? Okay, read.
For all that do so are abomination unto Yahuwah, thy supreme Elohim.
So that's a filthy, wicked thing to the Most High, man. So when a woman puts on pants, you can like this, understand it, believe it or not, you're cross-dressing. You're cross-dressing because it was initially designed for a man. When a man put on certain things that belongs to a female, man walking around in a blouse, man walking around with Speedos up his butt cheek, got damn G-strings on, and he's thinking that's sexy because some woman that tried to feminize him told him that was sexy. He looked like a big, you know what, man. Got a G-string on, man. Jumping in a damn pool, thinking that looks sexy, man. Man, you dudes change, man. You dudes change. So the Most High said that is an abomination. That's a filthy, wicked thing. It's an abominable thing. So from there, let's get the book of 1 Corinthians, the 16th chapter, verse 13. Masculinity, right? So that means there's certain, and I'm telling you something, man, clothes carry a vibration. Let me ask you this. When you see someone in a suit, do they usually behave like they would in a pair of football pants? No, why not? Because clothes carry a certain vibration. A man in a pair of saggy jeans don't behave the same way that he would if he had on a suit, shirt, and tie. They carry a vibration. A man that has a dress or a skirt on, he don't behave like a man that has manly things on, because those clothes put a vibration on you. And I'm going to tell you something, man. There's a lot of women that I seen, they would dress their little boys up. They say, oh, look at little Ray Ray. He looks so cute. He looks just like a girl. Stop it and stop it now. Because you're putting a vibration on that boy. You're putting an effeminate vibration on that boy. You're making mockery of him and so on and so forth. You think it's funny, but he take that spirit with him. Then as he get older, he might do that. And I'm gonna tell you something else, man. Another reason where I honestly believe women should be raising male children is because sometimes boys will have, tendencies that the woman needs to stop right there. You see little Ray Ray sitting in a certain position, the position looks effeminate. If a real man's there, he's gonna check that. Well, you don't sit like that. Men doesn't sit like that. Men don't do that. You stop it then. Because if not, the Ray Ray's gonna take that on. He's gonna pick up that energy. These are vibrations that's in the earth, man. You think it's funny if you want it. Hey, go ahead. Someone got that precept?
1 Corinthians 16, verse 13.
Come.
Watch ye, Salah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Watch ye, stand fast in faith. Quit, you like men. Be strong.
So the scriptures is saying, be watchful and stand firm in faith and act like men. Be strong. It didn't say act like women. It says act like men. And it's not telling women to act like men because the Most High is against that vibration right there. It's telling you to act like men and be strong. Now, the womb man was not made in the image and likeness of the Most High. Adam was. Bereshit 1:27. Adam was made in the image and likeness of the Most High. The woman wasn't made in that image.
Book of Genesis.
Alpha female, huh? That's only in Esau's world. They've created a really degenerate world, man. Really, really degenerate. And if you can't see that, then you're off your rocker. Go ahead, brother.
Book of Bereshit, Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. So Supreme Elohim created man in his own image. In the image of Supreme Elohim created he him. Male and female created he them.
Cool. So he made Adam in his own image and likeness. A man has certain responsibilities that the Most High don't put on Eve. He doesn't tell the Eve to go out and physically take care of her household. Esau told Eve that. And so she calls that alpha female. Let's get 1 Timothy 5, verse 8. See, a man is supposed to be the head of that household. And if you're the head of something, you're responsible for it. You're responsible for the upkeep of that home and the people within that home. That's what a man does.
Come. The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 5, verse 8. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith and is worse than an infidel.
So you have men out here, a lot of these so-called Israelites, they're going to get multiple wives, and then they have those sisters that get on welfare. The scripture said that kind of man is worse than an infidel. I know guys like that. They're not even in the truth, but they lay off a woman. How can you feel like a man doing that? How can you really care about yourself doing something like that? It's despicable, man. This big overgrown horse laying up on this woman, man. Got this woman taking care of, he eating her food. When she ain't there, he coming downstairs stealing snacks. He didn't develop a gut. He coming downstairs stealing cookies and cakes, man. And then a lie said he didn't eat it. There are only two in the house, then he'll tell her the Holy Ghost ate it. That's how simple Jake is. Who ate it? The Holy Ghost. That's how simple Jake is, y'all.
Eating the fruit roll-ups.
Eating everything, getting a gut and watching Netflix marathons. Then he'll start to try and bully you. I wonder why she start looking at him in disgust, man. eating all that bad food during the day. Then he farting her out of the bed at night. He farting all the time, man. Gone. Putting all kind of food, all kind of disgusting food in his body, man, in the bedroom farting and think it's funny. Start playing the fart game. Oh yeah, that was a good one. They do that. They do that. You guys think they're making this up? I've seen people that do that. I've seen some couples that do that. I said, man, these are some disgusting damn people right here.
They call that a hot pocket. You
I don't know, man. I don't play it, man. And I don't like to be around idiots that play that kind of thing, man.
Oh no.
Come on. He even know the name. He didn't play the fart game, huh? I know it then. Call that a hot pocket. A wet one ended up coming out, man. It's not going to be no wet one. Come on. Interesting, man. From there, let's get the book of Ephesians 5:25, man. Yeah, man, I've really seen people that do that, man. Adults. I said, damn, these people are disgusting, man. I make you they offer me something to eat. Hell no, I ain't eating in your house, man. You just finished playing the fart game. Come on, man.
Come.
I'm good. I gotta go, man. I thought you were staying for dinner now. I gotta go, man. Something came up, an emergency came up. I got to go, man. No way, Jose.
Con, the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 25. Husbands, love your wives, even as Yahusha also loved the church and gave himself for it.
So you see right here, a man is in the position of a protector, not a woman. So where's this alpha female stuff coming from? It's coming from Esau. The scriptures is telling you right there to be a protector of the woman. And these alpha females, they don't want to be protected because they're busy challenging the man. They say, if he could do it, I could do it. Like Ronda Rousey, well, she could beat Mayweather, man. Till she got chicked in the face by a female. She got chicked in the face by another female, then contemplated suicide. Come on, man, stop.
Wow.
Stop it, man. What you mean? If he could do it, I could do it too. Nah, not really. We're just different, man. Let's just face it. We're just different. And it's not a challenge, man. If everyone would assume and they try to make it sound ridiculous, right? If a woman's a housewife, they'll make it sound like, I'm not going to be running around here barefooted. Well, you stay over there and die alone. Get a pet. Get ready to die alone. If you don't want to, assume your rightful position, this is a messed up world in which we live, for real. Really messed up world.
Like, who's gonna raise the children? You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Chester the child molester is gonna raise them at the daycare. And then they'll find out 15 years later that their children's been molested. Like so often happen, man. I don't trust my children in public places, I don't trust it. Because, man, I will put someone 6 feet deep, man. For real. If one of my children ever told me that, they may as well go ahead and, I'm going to handle my business and then call them. You understand? I'm going to handle my business and call them, man. Because, this society is pushing that nothing's wrong with that. If you won't protect your children, man, you don't even deserve to live. You don't even deserve to live. But a lot of children, man, get abused, man. These no good people out here. These people have all kind of spirits on them. And now they're trying to push that thing as a norm, that nothing's wrong with it. Turn me into a Charles Bronson, man, a damn vigilante. Go ahead and act up.
Charles Bronson, huh?
Oh, yeah, damn vigilante, huh?
Heck yeah.
Wish for death. You got to wish for death, huh? Go ahead and act up. Charles Bronson was a vigilante, huh? Put the law in his own hands. The law wouldn't do it. Hey, I'll do it.
Whole court right there in the street.
from there, let's get Genesis 2, verse 18. Now, what are we realizing? Is elevating the man over the woman. It's showing you that he's her protector, not the other way around. He's the authoritative figure. There's no such thing as an alpha female. When you use the word alpha, that's a link to masculinity in general. The only man that wants a masculine female is an effeminate man. He wants to be dominated. He wants to be tied up. He wants to be spanked. Because all these things happen to him as a child.
Was that Genesis?
She make him dress up. Sometimes she'll make him put a dress on. She'll spank him. What do you call those women that do that? They dress in all black.
Domination.
Yeah, what do you call it? Bondage. Some sort of bondage, man. That's some dangerous sex, man. Personally, I think it's sick. What do they call him? A mistress, a madam? What do they call it? The woman that be beating the man. I'm serious, man. It's sex. The woman beats the man up with a whip or something. And these kind of people, they be into pain up.
Dominatrix.
Pain gets them off. What's that?
Dominatrix, I think.
Yeah. The pain get him off up.
Sickos, man. If you get like sexually depraved like that, you need to go seek help. Seriously.
Well, they think it's normal, huh? That's a whole fetish that they have. See, that's the thing, man. Esau push these things and tell people it's okay. It's okay. See, in his world, everything goes. This is why every time he starts ruling a society, it falls. The Greeks, the Romans, they all fell. Because in all those societies fell what? Because Esau allows that same thing in, man, that he's allowing in now. Alternativism. Greeks was heavy into that, man. The Greeks got so bad with that the only time they went for a woman was to reproduce. Otherwise, they was into young boys. These are the descendants of Greeks, man.
Sick, man.
Truth be told.
Sick, just beast. Beast in human form.
Come on. Did we get that?
2:18?
Yeah.
Book of Genesis, Bereshith, chapter 2, verse 18. Noah, Supreme Elohim said, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him."
Now listen to the verbiage that's being used there. She's made for the man. She's not made an equal. She's made for the man. I will make him a helpmeet for him. You can't claim the Most High and pretend not to comprehend this. This is very simplistic, man. So you're going to have to decide which side you're on. The Christian one, right? What the Most High says. This is what the Most High says, man. So the alpha female, it only exists in Esau's world. And this is a plot to destroy the nuclear family. That's why they have it in the first place. That's why they have it. You find, like Adar was saying, both of those women were in positions where, chances are those women that he was talking about, they had bad experiences with a man. And when that happens to a woman, that one relationship burns her up, she developed a dislike for all men. She develops a dislike for all men. So even if she tries to get involved with another man, he's at a disadvantage. Because she's already looking at him through a different color lens from a past relationship. I wouldn't get involved, man. if she made that clear to me. If she's still soaking over something else, I wouldn't get involved. I wouldn't get involved.
That,
I done been too.
That point you brought out mirrors at 1 Corinthians 11, 8 and 9 from Genesis 2 and 18.
Come read it. Read that one.
Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 8 and 9. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Verse 9. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man.
Cool. Destiny Nash, is that the sister from last night? Is that the sister? Thought so. She look a little different right there, huh?
Come.
Thought so. Let's get Proverbs 31 and 10. Solomon had 700 wives and 300 concubines. He said he couldn't find one virtuous woman. Not one. To the point that he had to ask the question, who could find one? And in this world, man, that's proven to be on point. On point. The women of disrespect, man. I wonder when they get on their dying bed, will they still think the same? Or will they fear judgment then? Proverbs 31:10.
Come. The book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies.
So, said a virtuous woman, her price is above. What is a virtuous woman? Is a virtuous woman up in your face arguing benign?
No.
Is a virtuous woman, going, taking your business outside the home? No, not according to Proverbs 31. She's not. It stays in the home. Eve is full of evil, man. That's why a lot of these things transpire. The virtuous woman doesn't do that. The virtuous woman doesn't go and commit adultery on her husband. The virtuous woman doesn't think, oh, you guys could do it, we could do it too. That's not a virtuous woman. That is a hoe. That is a hoe. A woman and a man is just not built alike, man. And when a woman has been used up so much, a real man's not going to want her, man. A real man's going to want her. First of all, you don't want to throw his penis on the crap table because he might crap out. You understand? Oh, shit. Crap out. He threw his penis on the crap table sleeping with her. With all these men, snake eyes. Damn, got gonorrhea. He gonna get the needles, man, the penicillin, man. He come back, got chlamydia. He going right back again, man. He keep throwing his penis on the crap table, sleeping with the kind of woman. Oh shit, I crapped out. AIDS. No. God, it's real. It's real. It's real talk, man. Women and men are not designed the same, man. Let me tell you something, man. Usually, if a man has some sort of venereal disease, he could detect it, right? He's gonna be leaking or something. You know what I mean, like a faucet. Right. That head's gonna start to dribble. And he got herpes and he get sores all on his penis, like a dog with the itch. But a woman, she could have herpes or something vaginal herpes, and it'll be up inside of her vagina. And she'll pass it on to man after man after man. You understand what I'm saying? She could have chlamydia or something like that, and just pass it on to man after man after man. If a guy had that, he's gonna know, yo, man, I gotta go to see a doctor, man. But her, and some of them they were illegally start to use their bodies as weapons. I got it. I'm gonna spread it around.
I saw something in the news just recently. Some lady from Florida was doing that. I think she had AIDS. I think it was AIDS. Using her body as a weapon, basically.
Yeah, they charge some of them with it now, because they're blood. If they have that, they're supposed to tell the person. They're supposed to tell the person. That's the law that they passed a while ago. So, because so many of them was doing that.
Cool.
That's pure evil.
Yeah, that's evil. They want to mess your life up. Especially before they made it public that hey, we can control it now. It was really oh man, and that thing just shuts down your immune system. Someone drop the link in the room, man. See what's what, man. Any of you brothers got anything else? The links dropped in the room. Con. And it rain. Female.
Has the brother Ontarius ever been to one of the holy days?
Who's that? Yeah. He came to the Passover.
Yeah, I was going to also say, how do you get a alpha?
You keep bugging
I was
up.
going to say, how do we?
You don't. There's no such thing. First of all, there's no such thing. That alpha female only exists in Esau's world.
Yeah, I see. Someone put in the chat. Have we ever looked up the definition of alpha female?
It's a sister from last night. No, we don't go by Webster's dictionary.
It's not even etymology for that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't even go by Webster's dictionary. That's not.
Yeah, it's not even Webster.
I think y'all should be doing is breaking up a lot.
Cool.
No, they don't have anything to say. Nothing to say, man. They're putting things in the chat room. The genius. And here he go again, man, with these conspiracy theories. Look, he said most modern day diseases is a lie. Nah, man, that's not no damn lie, man. These STDs are not no damn lie.
Yeah.
Them things out here and they running rampant and they killing.
Yeah, man, you can call these men to go ahead and have all kind of things, man. You're looking like one of those dogs with a 7-year itch. These diseases ain't no lie, man. Go
Can't really lie,
or I'm out with half of a ride. The hell you got in your vagina? A piranha?
Yeah.
That boy
stuff. You can't still lie. I'm thinking that.
You can't lie about AIDS. Can't lie about no damn chlamydia and all these burning. Damn, you over there itching. Can't lie about that.
Come.
All right, man. Nobody in the back, man.
Somebody come on the call. Let's talk on these alpha females.
Females.
You gotta play that one again.
And it's just like you see how we sit here and we converse about the alpha females and the mindset and all that stuff. You will literally, when you run into one, you literally and you actually have I ain't gonna say you run into one because they everywhere, But when you sit down and actually have a conversation with them and you ask certain questions, it's like they would admit to you that they operate off of emotions and feelings. And it literally shows that they don't operate with no type of logic whatsoever at all. Because it's like questions I was asking them yesterday and they just couldn't comprehend it. But then a lot of their responses actually proved what I was saying, but it flew over their heads.
Bet you at no point did they say, did they come out and tell you exactly what happened? They just said, I felt like he was this and that, and I felt like he was this, that, and the third. There's never any real validity as to why this situations always happen like they do, but it's just what it is.
The only thing, like I agree with the sister, the sister that was the bank teller, was that she stated that when the dude she was dealing with started to deal with another woman, that things began to go down on her end. And I know that the scriptures say that you can take another wife just so long as you don't, slack on your duties with the first one. So that's the only thing I told her, like, you know what I'm saying, that I agree with her on. But outside of that, everything else is just didn't make no sense.
You said one was a bank teller and one was a police officer.
Calm.
Yeah, they probably had some men all day. Probably had some men all day long.
And then, like, I'm good at when I'm talking to them, I'm good at listening, like, sharply. And all I picked up was 2 women that was in a relationship that pretty much destroyed their relationships, and they rather play the harlot. That's all I picked up. Oh, because if he could do it, it's cookie cutter information, like cookie cutter responses that they were saying, like, oh, he can do it, I can do it. Oh, as long as I got King J, I don't need nobody. It's just, man, that mindset is against the family unit. It's against the family unit, man. And it promotes.
Destiny, you're going to end up alone. The only thing you can get right now is dick appointments. No one's never going to want to marry you. So you have to tell yourself, I don't want to get married, to suffice for your inability to get married. This is just the truth. And alpha females, they end up alone. Or they end up with someone that's much lower than their status, because no alpha male is going to want another alpha. A woman acting like a man. The man is not going to want that. A real man takes care of himself. He doesn't need your money. So what are you going to offer him that you haven't offered 105 other men? Jeffy Bivens, what? Welcome to the Truth Will Make You Mad, brother. What's going on?
Shalom, family. Shalom. How's everybody doing?
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Good.
Shabbat shalom. Been a long time. Yashabim, Benaiah, Kadar. How y'all doing?
Shabbat shalom, Mark. Long time no speak.
Yeah, man. I've been in the back lurking though, taking care of business. Still in the truth. But this topic, Taj, we had a couple conversations. This topic hits home with me right now because I'm going through a situation now, 10-year marriage, 15-year relationship. She got the finance from a perspective of what she's making per year annual and feel like just that boss independent mindset. And the brother that was speaking a minute ago, I didn't see who was talking, but when I'm asking logical questions, it's nothing, like all off your emotions. And I'm trying to tell her, similar, like all you can be out here now is a hoe, because a real man is going to question you and be like, look, before I step further with you, like, what happened in your past divorce? What happened? Did he beat you? Oh no. Uh, was he committing adultery? No, no, no. Then how do I know if we go through something, you ain't gonna just try to up and go, and we ain't really even went through nothing. Taj, you know, I went into some details with you on it, but like, um, it's all, to tell you the truth, brothers. It's all about this truth, because these last 2-3 years, I really just been trying to, you know, like, bring her on board with the scripture. I'm not doing no heli days. I'm not doing no birthdays, and that's boring to her, you know. And to each his own at this point. Do what you got to do, but all you can be is a hoe out here at this point. Because a real man really ain't gonna deal with, especially a man in the truth. He gonna look at it and be like, hold on, like, there wasn't no adultery, there wasn't no beating your ass. Pardon my language. There wasn't no, you know, physicality going on, and you out here want to be a boss chick, and these jobs got these females feeling like, because they're in charge at work, that shit works at home, and it don't work like that. So again, this topic really hits home for me, because I'm going through it right now. Uh, you know, I'm staying with my sister right now, and I'm coming from a nice home, things like that, all destroyed because she want to be out here and feel this independence vibe. Uh, but logic's not hitting home, so I let her go her way, and this we gonna see. I'm walking with the Most High, and I tell her that I'm Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's the route I'm taking. You take your route, and we'll see who comes out on the other end. And that's really where it's at right now.
And Jeff, you know, man, bro, this is why I don't recommend any brother get married in this system ever. And get married, man, through the legal system, because it's not advantageous to the man. I challenge any man, unless the woman's rich, right? If she's rich, and he was the average dude, then he's good, right? Otherwise, the man has nothing coming to him but a big, fat, gynocentric courtroom that's going to screw him. That's it.
Yep. Well, hey, I mean, I believe she really played her hand wrong, because, you know, I was trying, like, look, I can't make you stay, but like, why don't, like, you side with my enemy trying to take me to this court system, you know, and I'm trying to reconcile in a way, like, first, like, trying to be on the honorable side, like, look, like, let's reconcile our marriage. But I done got served with papers. Well, I haven't got served. They try to do it so slick, man. Like, I just happened to call down to the court because they tried to serve me at my job, but I don't work there anymore. So I called to the courthouse, and they like, oh, a court date's tomorrow, but I technically haven't been served. So I'm like, I still went up there. This is just like Wednesday or Thursday. So I show up, and the magistrate is like, how did you even know a court was today? I was like, because I called up on my own. So they was already trying to, her and her lawyer, a small hatter, or a Israeli per se, you know. So I'm like, so you decided with my enemy. So they sitting up in court. They was already trying to paint the picture of like, I'm trying to run away and not be served. So when I show up to the courtroom, you know, I'm representing myself. So the magistrate was pretty much like, look, you don't have to be here. Do you want to sign a waiver now? And then I'll hear you. I was like, I'm not signing anything without competent counsel. I was like, so I'm just here to show I'm not running from this case, because now opposed to working with me, she worked with the Edomite. But now, see, I done lost my job. And Taz, I told you what my wife's salary is. Like, she ain't rich, she ain't poor, but she make a decent salary. But now, this just may work out. You might end up paying me alimony in this at this point in time. And I don't even know if I really want it, but it's just wickedness, man. It's like, all I try to do is take us to build a spiritual foundation, because I do know that getting married in the system was the wrong thing to do. And I'm trying to right those wrongs and be like, let's build spiritually before we build physically. And Eve ain't having it, man. Eve is not having it.
Yeah,
So
we don't know that until it's too late. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
I was married in the system before. We don't know that until it's too late.
Yep. So she just in a predicament now where, hey, technically I'm not working. So if quote unquote fair, I'm about to ride this one out and play the game. Like, you think I'm gonna build you up? And now listen here on some real stuff. I've been in the service. I went to Iraq twice before we was even married. I'm sending you bread from the war zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm making, this is back in like 2014, 2015. I'm bringing home high. I ain't so high, but like I'm in the good six figures. But I'm working hella overtime. I'm doing all, like, I'm going in. Where now she's making what I was having to put in 70, 80 hours to make that back then. So now I'm like, look, I need a little break. I'm trying to go get a trade. So I just really feel that it was coming into these scriptures and not putting materialistic things first, that, like, I think boredom just hit her, because I'm not doing no holidays. I'm walking to the best of my ability by the scripture. And that's not really conducive to modern day Eve. So I think she fired her shot a little too soon and should have just worked with me, because she trying to I have a history of, like, we always paid our own debts. And it's like, if I wanted to divorce a chick in this system, I don't care what the debt is. Like, I just don't want to be with you. So I don't care. I'll take all my debt, but you ain't about to swoop me back in on some credit card debt that I don't even have access to the cards. So like, most high willing, everything will come out on the up and up. But all I've tried to do to this point with this female was teach her how we went wrong, why we were wrong, how we can get right. And she just believe in the system more than she do her 15 years we've been in the skin in the game.
So is your name on any of those cords as an authorized user?
It catch this one. So, yes, it was. So her lawyer emailed me the paperwork, but I never received it formally. So I read through everything, and it's like, look, don't damage any property, don't take no life insurance, don't change anything drastic. So I'm like, well, look, there's a credit card debt, right? 14 grand limit on a card. And to each his own, but that's not a whole lot. That's not a little bit, but I was an authorized user on there just for emergency. So I'm like, look, if I don't even have, yeah, it's off now. It's off now, because what I was getting ready to do was, like, if you're gonna try to take me to trial for this credit card, look, I called the credit card company, was like, hey, I need a new card. And then the next day, meaning like yesterday, she took my name off of it, which was cool. But I'm just trying to establish, like, if you're gonna try to get me to pay some credit cards, send me an itemized list. I want all the statement history for this credit card, But she took me off of that quick, because I was gonna listen. I'm not a perfect man, So I was almost like, I'm about to go max that baby out. You want to put me on it? But I'm glad she did take me off, because I'm gonna just play it straight. But yeah, how you gonna put me on some debt that this is her fulfilling her carnal pleasures, Gucci, Fendi, Prada, that she feels empty without, and you think I'm about to pay for that, for you to go sit in another man's lap, or go be a hoe out in these streets? You think I'm about to pay for that? Like, so to answer the question, no, I'm not an authorized user anymore as of yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
But
that other stuff, if you could get a bill and so she's buying this stuff personally, she's responsible for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. and that's a lot. I mean, through the years, 10 years of marriage, we've accumulated a lot, but we have been very strict with like, look, I got my credit cards, you got yours. Um, uh, pay your debts, I pay mine. But if you really ain't feeling me like that, then you should just be ready to walk. What you want me to pay for if I'm that bad of a person? I ain't never hit you. Look, she's like, you're not emotional. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel emotionally attached. You was emotionally attached when we taking trips to Paris, when we in Barcelona. You know, we in a high rise apartment buildings in Barcelona, eating Barcelonan street food. Oh, you was on board with all that. But as soon as I try to put some righteousness and correction into our relationship, our marriage, you know, she making X amount now. She feel that why do I need you if I can just go ride the carousel with your homegirls and all your single girls? You know, they all looking for men. So you know, just Eve is wicked, man. But it happened for a reason, and at this point in time, I'm actually happy it did happen. It just showed me your true colors.
Hey, Kadar, what did you say about if a man try to come up with a woman?
I was just sitting here thinking the same thing. It don't work. It don't work. You can come up and you'll keep it real with her or be loyal to her, but when she comes up, she's gonna, because it's their mindset. Once a woman feels as if she makes more than a man, that relationship is done. It's destroyed. So my advice to you is to stay focused on your purpose and get yourself together.
Con. Yeah, I appreciate it. And that's really I feel it's really a blessing from the Most High, because now I can focus more on my relationship with the Most High, opposed to like I'm like begging you, almost like teaching, like and I'm trying to tell her, like, you know the truth. Like, you may not accept it, but you know, like, she never jumped on these calls with us, but you know, at the time where I was coming on real heavy on the streams and stuff, she would be listening, so she knows and understands. And I'm gonna say this, because I don't even look at her as my wife right now, but we don't have any sons and daughters, and that was a real point of contention because we always tried, you know. And the real breaking point was, like, I wasn't for IVF, but we did try that, you know. And to this point in time, I really feel like she's bewitched, man, because the minute she started taking all them hormones and didn't conceive, and a child didn't come from that, man, this is a whole different person, man. Because she's been making decent money, but that pharmakia, them hormones that got up in her, she probably already was wicked to a degree, but that opened her mind up. I think some demon. I know these rappers right now talking about demon time. Something going on in her mental that I'm kind of glad that I'm not around her, because she's not seeing clearly. Period. And good luck and good riddance at this point.
Wasn't in the Most High's will.
Yep.
We got different plans for y'all.
Yep. The Most High still the wound up, huh?
Man, I was just telling my sister that, like, he was probably blessing me by not bringing a seed in with her.
Come on.
No.
The Most High be looking out for certain men, man. There's been a couple times that I literally had women pregnant, and I went and prayed to the Most High that He make her have a miscarriage, and it happened 2 times. That's my word on everything. Because I saw how the vibration was going. I was like, nah, I don't want no baby by them.
Come on.
The personality is bugged the hell out. You know, when you're around someone long enough, you start to see, oh, hell no. Angry for no reason, just get mad for no reason. That's a borderline, man. You got no time for that, man. I'll babysit you.
Mm-hmm. My thing was, I was like, if you guys like, every woman grows, a lot of women in Western society grow up with this Disney programming, and I'm like, look, you have a loving husband, you have somebody in your life.
Well, so I can. Who's this, man? What's she talking about?
Farmrica's
Going hard on psychiatrics in the government hospitals.
Who is she talking about?
I did mention pharmakia and my wife taking those IVF shots.
All right, that's what she probably talking about. All right.
Yeah, that's what I draw from that.
What is that? So lucky. Keep going. I didn't even cut you.
No, I lost my point on there, but no, I just really been. Oh, my point was the insecurity with the modern Eve is, and I'm not trying to be this don't fit everyone, but like, we talking about probability versus possibility. From a probability standpoint, I would say 80 to 90% of Eves fall in this category. Like, the insecurity is real. Like, you got a 2022 540 BMW. You got Gucci, Fendi, Prada is all you wear. You cake your face up with a like Duncan Hines. Like, if that don't make you feel whole, you got a whole man at home that like, now, like, I don't make no $1 million a year, nothing, but like, we ain't never been in a poorhouse. Taz, we went into a little bit about the home that we had getting purchased. Like, we weren't living in the slums, so it's like, what else do you need to be happy? Like, you have everything that conventional Western society has told you need to be happy. Why are you so insecure? Why do you need all the cake up? Why do you need all this glamour on? Like, we can't go nowhere. Like damn, like, the show about to start in an hour. Like your man is right here with you. Who you worried about seeing you? Like, and I'm right here. So I don't think it's too much I could have done to save her at this point, and it's not my job to really save her. I tried my best to keep a tight household, and not having sons and daughters. We were able to spend on other things and live a little more lavishly, I guess. But like, damn, you ain't happy. Like, what else are you looking? Like, what else are you gonna find out here? Because I try to tell her, like, I'm 41 years old. I make a decent salary by Western civilization. I do okay financially, and I don't even hold that on high regard. But like, you 41, can't have any sons and daughters to this point. Like, what are you, like this is way different, me being out here single and you being single. Like, all you can be is another man's hoe. Like, you gonna pay a young man to pipe you down, or you gonna take an old man who's been through 3-4 marriages and be a little, and I ain't even gonna call you a trophy, but like a young bust down. So like, you better think between 40 and 50, because once you hit 45 and into 50, you're done on the market right now. God bless. I mean, most high willing. I'm not trying to put her in a bad predicament, but like, there's nothing else you can be but a hoe, and you might as well try to be a righteous wife. And she just wasn't. It just what, and I wouldn't even break it down to her the way I'm breaking it to the Akim right here. But again, brothers, I appreciate y'all hearing me out, because I did. I'll give a testimony here. Even when I would come on years ago and we talking about Eve and things like that, I would always in my mind be like, "Damn, I'm glad my wife is not like that." I'm like, "Damn, man, like I like brothers be going through it, man. I got it good over here. My wife she listening, like she's trying." You know,
Kahan always be like, "Your wife too."
Yeah.
I was going to say the exact word. Yeah, your woman too.
Yeah. So
lying, that's the power of the Most High.
I'm
just
like,
let that one go for real. I just let that one go.
Yeah, but not because I was thinking like Most High done blessed me with a understanding wife, man. Like, like you see, baby, I'm not the only one who think like this. But and you know that was part of she actually put that in the initial. She tried to get a dissolution at first, and she put my beliefs and my religion, and I fired back I saw some counsel from Taz, and I shot back like, look, XYZ, like, first of all, I don't have a religion,
Right.
you know. All my beliefs are based on the Bible, you know. I've never hit you. I've never done anything out the ordinary. The only thing that's really happened is this last IVF failed. And then I'm telling you, like, literally after that baby failed, and no pun intended, you know, but like after the IVF didn't take this last time, I literally got served with divorce papers. It's like, well, damn, like just too much ago, we in the hospital, you taking shots. I done put my seed, like, where's my seed at right now? Like did that get destroyed at the hospital? You know, so I really feel some type of way about that because the reason I like that might be my own punishment because listen, Akim, I was the one giving her the damn shots. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the procedure, but like they got to take so many shots to get the hormones built up. So I almost feel like I ain't gonna say I ruined my own marriage, but like that pharmakia got on her and she is a whole different person, man. Or the real person just came out.
Yeah, she you know, it's hard to say, man, with Eve having a bite, you know, having a baby, you know, most probably didn't allow that thing go forth. Now, it would be worse if she decided to leave with a baby. Because now you got a financial obligation. And when Eve gets wicked, the scriptures say, no, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman, right? But the portion of a sinner fall upon her. You know, a lot of these Eves, they have a baby with a man, won't let that man see that baby out, and that man still be paying support. It could get very, very wicked. So me personally, I would consider that a blessing. In fact, while I can't tell you what to do, King, what I know is that something known as the push and pull, right? The closer that we try to get to a person, right, the more they push us back. The more we try to pull them in, the more psychologically we push them away. So when me, if I was you, I would stay focused on my purpose, man. Whatever it is I got to do, I will focus on that. Because I can tell you this, man. And you remember that I said this. She will be back. She will be back. She's going to contact you. If she hasn't yet, within the next 6 months to a year, she will contact you. She will contact you. It's a fact. I know this game too well, man. She's going to, especially if you back off and don't give her any attention. See, when you never hunger on a full stomach, right? When if you keep giving her what he's calling me, he's into me. But when all that cease, when you just don't try to reach out of nothing, now her mind, now you're getting her the opportunity to feel something like, damn, well, what if I made a mistake? You know, leaving my husband. You know what I mean? She'll start to see how things are out here, and she's gonna reach out. She's going to reach out. It always happens, man. It always happens. People always got to reach back out at least a few times. But sometimes they reach out just to test you, right? Just to see what you're doing. I'd be very nonchalant. If I'm busy, I won't even pick up. But when she reaches out, never bring up anything about a relationship. I will let her do that. But she's going to reach back out because something like that dies slow, right? 15 years. You figure, you know, it doesn't matter if she talks to another man or whatever. You got 15 years under your belt. You see what I'm saying? Something like that just don't disappear, man. It doesn't disappear. You understand? A rebound, you know what I mean? It doesn't, you got an attachment here. You understand what I'm saying? So when you give her a chance to think, her mind's going to start to reflect back on those things. Because right now, man, when two people separate, when they first separate, typically the only thing the female thinks of is the bad things about the guy, right? And a lot of guys, if they keep they don't give her the opportunity to be able to feel what they're feeling, right? But when the guy falls back, after that, her anger subsides, then she starts reminiscing about the good times. And those are the things that make her call you, right? Just no contact with her. Watch she eventually call. If you just stay on your purpose, man, I've been there, did that. Been there, did it. She's going to always call up at some point. She's going to break down and call.
And that's a great point, because we talked about 2 weeks ago, and she said something along those lines like, maybe I didn't have it so bad. That came out her mouth.
Right.
Because she's staying with her sister right now, and her sister, now this was one of the points when we first broke off, because her sister is super wicked. I mean, her sister she done married a dude she met off the internet after like 3 months. The 15 years I've known her,
Sounds like she might be in a Mormon church.
Yeah.
They meet someone and get married after 2 weeks, man.
A couple months. She done married this dude. I've known her sister for the same amount of time as her almost, and like I can count. I need another hand to count the dudes that I've known roll through. So part of my problem with when we first separated was like, man, you about to be birds of a feather flock together. I don't care that's your sister. Like, as your husband, I'm supposed to take priority. But if you're gonna be rolling with your sister, it'd be different if I didn't know her. But I'm almost ashamed to meet her. The new men that I meet in her sister's life, I almost want to like, hey, bro, you want to go have a drink real quick? Like, hey, man, like, but you know, so she's staying with her sister, and even her sister's son. Now he's in the truth because of me. He's a senior in high school now. He called me all the time. We read through scriptures, and I mean, he's heavy into the scripture and understanding who we are. And I'm the whole reason my nephew, I'll say, he lives with his father now. I like, man, you better go live with your dad. Your dad live in Alabama. He got his own house. He got a pool. He live in a nice neighborhood. Like, you better get from under your mom. And so she's staying with her sister, who's already dysfunctional, and go tell me out her mouth, oh, maybe I didn't have it so bad. We did have peace. Like, there's no peace here. Like, so that boredom that you think, like that 1-2 nights out that you ran out and kicked it, that stability of that peace and that protection that I brought, to your point, Taz, is like, so in that short amount of time, you already see, to your point, like, you can't count the good times. They're unmeasurable. So you want to take 5 or 6 hot spots through our 15. You're like, we never even argued like that. And you're not weighing up the scale and be like, well, look, the good times, you took advantage of the good times. And to your point, those aren't really going to come until I'm completely out her life. So, yeah, it's just a matter of me staying on my grind right now and staying focused. I've been looking to come down to the Atlanta area, actually.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I would just break all forms of communication unless it's for the court. I've seen people divorce and get back together. So as long as the man's on his purpose, because you got to remember, man, right now, you have a rapport with her that no other man has. And that's that long, commitment. And anyone that's trying to convince you that they just get over something like that overnight is a liar. It just don't happen like that.
Yeah. And it hit me too, because I thought I was, look, I'm not gonna lie, like I thought I was pretty Teflon, like, it hit me hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like, just
You get
my
accustomed
partner,
to the person. You see what I'm saying? You get
yeah.
accustomed to that, man. You see what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden your life has changed up. That's very normal. You see what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
very normal. When you're around someone like that, you get accustomed to that, man. And it's very normal to some guys are lying. Ah, man, I'm cool. Man, nigga, I know
No.
you lying, man. I'm been there. I've been there, man.
Like Smokey say, he gonna cry in the car.
I feel you. Checking your phone every 5-10 minutes. Saying, "Miss call." Man, let me start checking my phone, man. Man, let me start checking my phone, man. I've been there, man. I done that, all of that, man. Come on, man.
I had to be humble, man, and just come to the point because look, I cried. I ain't cried in years.
Yeah.
But again, walking in this truth, it's okay to weep, especially like you said, like the rapport that we had day in, day out. Maybe we were a little codependent and maybe things could have went a little different. But again, since that time, I'm back on my fitness game. I'm in the gym boxing. I'm working on my personal business. I'm driving my my LLC, my consultancy business, getting that stuff going. Not getting it going. I'm ramping it back up because I always had it as just like I just set it to the side, or I'll get to it once I get the crib and get that set up. Then I'll get to it. Once this bill get paid, then I'm gonna focus on that. Bonus time coming up at work. Let me grind real quick to make sure I max out. And this whole time, this energy really could have been spent on breaking free from that corporate life. Because I don't know if I really can do corporate life no more, man. On some real, like it's bad up in them offices and things of that nature. So, I think I've just been blessed, and it's some growing pains and trials and tribulations. But like, and I told her this too. Like, look, even if we divorce on paper, until another man comes inside of you, technically we still married. I was like, so don't think if you with another man, I'm not taking you back. I don't care if it's a year later. I don't care if it's 3 months later. And this just me. I can't prove it, but I actually think that she knows that and actually has stepped out. And I just have to be realistic, that she's been with another man and would rather go through divorce than tell me that, like, oh yeah, I've been with somebody else. So again, who knows what happens for real? Because I'm not there every minute of her day, but it's just real fickle and real whimsical to be like, you the one talking about all this love stuff. I don't show love like you, so I show love through actions, providing. Like I love you, baby. Like this ain't no TV show. And if you haven't been woman enough to communicate that to me until now, and then you tell me now, and you're not willing to reconcile, then there's something more than that. I don't need to be there for logic to kick in. So if you were with another man, good luck, because let's see if he with you through the fire, or just talked you up out your panties, and now you out here looking goofy.
Just wanted to add what Kahan told you as far as the cutting the communication. It's a good song that you can listen to is Stop Running from Love. It's on this channel. It'll put you in the mindset of what Kahan was conveying to you.
Yeah, I will break all communication. Even if she reached out to me, I wouldn't respond unless it's because she needs to feel the pain. Here's the thing that a lot of guys don't get. When you're going through a breakup, if you keep reaching out to the other person or whatever, you communicate with them, it gives them more power. It makes them feel stronger, right? Because trust me, man, she's been checking her phone and all of that. to see if you're calling. And if you call her, it's kind of like a hot balloon, right? Like a hot air balloon. That balloon is inflated, and she's, flying high. Like, ah, damn, is he gonna call me? What's going on? I wonder what he's doing, right? Our mind's functioning like that too. Huh? But then when you call, you just let all of the air out of that balloon. So now she's no longer wondering. That gives her a sense of power. But you don't call, she don't call, it becomes a war of attrition to see. And this is why if a man has a purpose and he's on his purpose, you're doing the right thing. You're doing all the right things. You're going out, you're boxing, because I'm hit with something. You know what's going to happen? Other women are going to see you and they're going to be attracted to you. But sometimes the mistakes that we make is that we we stay fixated on this woman that we was with, right? The best thing that you could do, I'm not telling you to sleep with no other woman, but I would go on dates with other women. That's going to take your mind off of that, man. And keep your mind off of it. You don't have to sleep with her, no commitment. You know what I mean? Just something that, you know what I mean? Just to do to keep your mind off of her. Because it's not, like you said, man, a 41 year old woman, her biological clock is way off compared to a 41-year-old man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Dr. Sebi was what, in the 70s when he got the woman pregnant?
Calm.
And that's ironic you say that as well, because I went to Philly. I had to go to Philly, 2 weeks ago? I went to a franchise opportunity that I went out there to see. And when I first got there, I was starving, went to get something to eat, and ended up sitting next to these two females, and it happened to be a mother and a daughter. And the mother was like, "You need to meet my daughter, la 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 la." And we didn't sleep with each other or nothing. But case in point, like you said, it was like it fell into my lap. And I mean, shorty is nice, and I'm not even on no females right now. But to your point, it's already came to fruition in some case. And I'm kind of glad that she's in Philly, because I'm not even trying to be dealing with no females right now. Like, if something come my way, trust me, I'm still in the flesh, man. But that just hits home what you just said, because it already happened to a point.
Right. I mean, you don't really have to be into them. It's just that kind of thing takes your mind off of, the ex when you're doing that. When you're just spending time, you know what I mean? It takes you, and it also gives a higher level of confidence when a woman, try and push up on you. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Come on.
But I ain't gonna take up too much more time, man. I appreciate y'all hearing me out, because I've been going through it, and it did take a bigger toll on me than I thought, because back to my point, this whole time I'm listening, T-Doc, and I'm on the streams listening. She like, damn, I'm glad that ain't me. Man, that's a ton of bricks.
You'll bounce back, man.
Absolutely.
Benaya's been going through it, man. He's back. He bounced back. You understand what I'm saying? The Level Boy's been going through it, man. He bounced back.
Yeah,
he said Lover Boy.
Some things just ain't meant to be the Most High. We serve a powerful Allah for real. It's a powerful Allah. So some things just ain't meant to be. And a lot of times they just can't go with you on that metamorphosis, the word I'm trying to, that change you're going through.
Metamorphosis.
That's the
word. Man. See, this is what people gotta get, right? You're writing a book called Life, man. And so, certain people are not gonna be in your book, the entire book. They might just be on one page. They might just be in one chapter, right? But when you turn the page and go into the next chapter, they may not be in that chapter, man. Let's just face it, man. It's a book called Life, man. I don't play chess, man. I play life, Life. And if you master that game, you'll master everything. And I'll tell you this, man. Life is damn sure going to be challenging. If everything's running smooth right now, give it a while. It'll get back bad again. This is what I tell folks, man. In times of peace, prepare for war. Peace don't last forever. You understand? Peace will not last forever. It's coming. The hard times are coming again, man. And people, why is this happening to me? Be like, all right, what's happening to me, man? It's just, I'm getting back up, man. On old 10, I'm still standing, man. I'm back up. Push me down, I get back up again and again, man. Life is not going to bully me, man. The world is mine, M-I-N-D. Control your mind, and everything externally, you can control that.
Yeah, that's a great point because, I did 2 tours when I was in the service, and man, during peacetime when we was training to go, we go into the field. Training was so hard during peacetime. I was ready to go to war. Like, damn, like, man, we got to the sandbox Kuwait, and it was like, man, thank you, man. And this was around 03. I was in Germany when September 11th kicked off. Man, almost from September 11th until the time we went, we was in the field. So that's a great metaphor right there, because during peace, get ready for war. So I've had 15 years of relative peace with this woman. So the trials that I'm going through now, to your point, Benaiah, is just maybe not meant to be. And to your point, Taz, maybe she was just on the first 3 pages of my book. But on the back half, she faded out. Character change.
The book is not sealed yet, man. You understand? Yep. The book is not sealed yet. You're not Daniel. The Most High haven't said Daniel seal up and don't write anymore. So still writing. You never know. She might have another chapter. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You just never know, man.
So question. If it's proven that she's been with another man, I'm not supposed to take her back, though, right?
No, come on. And I wouldn't.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't. That right there, that goes against all laws for me, man. That's a deal breaker right there. You understand what I'm saying? The scriptures say she could go back to her mother's house, but she can't be with another man.
Yep.
Because once they start exchanging body fluids, a personality changes again. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, Nicholas Carefoot, the Canadian gangster. What's going on? Nicholas Carefoot, the Canadian gangster.
Shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shalom, Carefoot.
All right, Carefoot's not. What's going on? Wake up, Jacob. Carefoot's not in to the whole talking thing, man. I'm down and out.
Peace, her and I keep feel like he's going through it. Hope he bounce back, right?
Yeah, you going in and out also, huh?
Hold on. How do I sound now, Tazadaq?
Sound like Eric White.
Okay. Yeah, I keep. Am I breaking up?
No, you sound clear now.
Okay, yeah, you got my slave name, so you already know that. So yeah, but I was gonna say, like me, I've been, according to the topic, women is gonna be single, most definitely. All I see is women walking around with dogs.
Come on. Every city in America, man. Every city in America. Sometimes they
That's
get
all I
younger.
see is that's all I see. I'm like, they walk around with dogs. Like they could be married, but majority of the time they be single. And it be the women that be been living for a long time. But whenever I talk to these young women, man, they mind is just social media out, like Instagram out. So if I ask them a question like, "Are you married?" They'll say no. Well, I ask them like, "Do you got a husband?" They'll simply say no. I'm not. I'm young. I'm like 18 or 19. I'm not gonna have a husband. But I'm just giving them the ultimate respect. But some of them don't even respond to me on family. They just look at me funny like, why he asked me if I got a husband? I'm like, you got a boyfriend? It was like, nope. I'm like, hey, dang, they ain't got nothing. These the young women. So they just be looking at me like, man, I don't even want to talk to this brother. When he asking me all these questions. So far as the topic of the discussion, yes, women gonna be single unless they uh, you know, change their ways and be submissive to a man. Other than that, they just gonna be walking around with animals.
Con. SPCA all day, man.
And that's a good point, Jacob. Two points I want to make on that. Really, one is a question. It's funny you say that because we had a dog. Well, she had a dog, and we literally had him almost. He died at 15 years. We almost had him our whole relationship. Uh, so it was ironic to me as well that the dog had just passed away. And then she come with a divorce. So I'm like, damn, you damn, love this dog more than me. Like our relationship, like you would never quit on that damn dog. Like, uh, and a second point is, I saw this some time ago, and I'm not too versed on it, so it's more of a question. Um, these dogs and these pets that I have a dog too, and there's nothing wrong with having a dog, but or animal. I would say that, but it was a while ago I saw something regarding like a lot of these pets that these women have are parallel to like a familiar that a witch would have, like a witch's cat, or how like Sabrina the Teenage Witch would have a cat with her, or that demonic show on Netflix. All these witches would have a familiar, and it would always be in the form of an animal. Have you brothers come across anything or heard any information regarding that?
Man, I can't say I have, man.
Yeah, it was a while back. I'm gonna do some digging into it, but it's just odd to Jacob's point, man. These chicks got these animals, no husband, no kids, but you got a dog, taking them everywhere.
It's always kind of strange to me to see an Eve with a cat. It's a little different. Cats, when you think of cats, you always think of witches. But nah, I never really heard of no familiar.
God, hey, when I was in the army, I was in Germany. I was stationed in Germany, right? And back then I was nowhere near the truth. I met this chick at the club. It's like, man, I'm heading back this way. She was outside. She was waiting on the cab. So I'm like, man, I'm heading that way. Ride with me. So jump in, we ride, and of course, I'm about to slay, quick slay, like. And we got up to her crib, and I'm telling you, I was nowhere near the truth. I was nowhere about knowing about like witchcraft, necromancy, divination. But so we get to her crib. I go up in her crib, and the energy was just off. And she had a cat. Um, and without me even knowing anything about witchcraft or anything like that, we get in there, and the energy was just off. So you want something to drink? No, I'm real good. I'm good. I'm telling you, she went to the back. She's like, I'm gonna go change. She went to the back to change. I just dipped, dog. Like,
Con.
and I was real worldly then. So like, well, the brothers, we count numbers, like, just exchanging stories, stuff like that. But it was just something off about this particular female. from the ambiance in her house to the cat. When she went to the back room, came out, I was out.
Hey, baby Judah, come on the call. Baby Judah, come on the call. Let's talk about it. Click that link and come on the call, baby Judah. If you separated from him, why haven't you gotten a divorce? You could simply get a no-fault divorce in this day and time. Alpha female. I separated myself from him and continue to live as a righteous as possible. Baby Judah, click that link and come on the call. Anyone else that have anything you would like to add? Click the link and come on the call. Alpha female.
Me per se, brother. I just say I'm working on my purpose. Like shout out to what's the brother name from Baltimore? Yusuf. Stay on the purpose.
There she go, baby Judah, right there. Baby Judah, so you and him are officially still married? In the
No.
You said you separated. I'm thinking legal separation.
No. When let me mute my TV.
Right.
When he let me know that he was not going to follow or even try to understand the Hebrew life, he did some other things. I decided to go ahead and get a divorce. The misery and the sorrow just wasn't worth it.
What, was you still in the military?
Yes.
So you came into the truth when you was in the military?
Yes. I was 7-day Adventist years before. So I had a clear understanding of the Sabbath. It's just that now that I'm out of the service, literally, I feel like I could voice to certain people how I can. Yes, I was in the service.
Were you in the Army, Navy, what?
Army.
What was your MOS?
I was a biochemical ops specialist. Also, I was logistics.
All right. So what was you going to say? You say you feel like you could tell people now that you're out?
Yeah. The NCO, there was this one NCO that he just kept like.
Were you enlisted or were you officer? You was enlisted or officer?
I was enlisted.
All right. Go ahead.
And he just kept like coming at me hard, like, but he kept on saying, "You don't know who you are. You don't know who you are." And he would show me this big old ring that he had on his hand. And I didn't know what it was, so I had went to some of my other military brothers, and they let me know what it was. And so
what was
like
it? What was it? The ring?
It was one of those Masonic rings.
Yeah. I ran into a lot of that in the military also.
Yeah. And so, I was fairly young, but I was older than most of the other soldiers. But he just kept throwing that, "You don't know who you are, and you don't know who I am." And there's another teacher, another Moray, that I've been watching over the years, as well as you. And I just did my research, and listening to NCOs that were retiring out. It was like they were repenting, because they know they on their way out, and they have done so much evil. They wanted to try to find a confidant to be able to communicate with. anyhow, during my research, I understand my maiden last name is Hawkins. So it really bothered me to understand that Sir John Hawkins and his brothers and whatnot on these ships and stuff like this. So that gave me a clear understanding that I I am a descendant of slavery. So when I understood that, then I understood what he was saying to me. But while he was saying that to me, he was still,
So like a
huh?
John Hawkins is pre this slavery that they teach you about.
Mm-hmm.
He's prior to that. That you're going way back to 1555 now.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that I found out that was it's in my
Right,
bloodline.
right, right.
But anyhow, so that was a part of me understanding who I was. And so as I understand who I was just like more into the scriptures, more trying to understand, just trying to understand period life, and understand that the institution that I had involved myself in to get out of poverty. But yes,
Did you
I
get the
was,
college fund?
huh?
Did you get the college fund?
No, I did not.
No.
No.
You should have got it.
Like
Yeah.
right now, the VA, they paying for my whole bachelor's degree.
Mm. But you still could have gotten a college fund, right? If you paid like, what is it? Like the first year, they take that out of your check for a year, then you're
Mhm.
good. You're looking at like 100, 200,000. They raised that.
Well,
Con.
see, that was another thing I found out. Like, if you don't know, then you don't know. And if you have NCOs that know this information, they have this information, they hold this information, but they won't give it to you, or they won't share it with you because you're a female.
That's crazy, man. That must be the new military. Because that right there, you see how, what you could do. Like when I was in the military, I not only was using them to go to college while I was in the military, but when I got out, I exhausted that GI Bill.
Well, yes. So yes, my unit, I was trying to get away from the NCO, so I was trying to change my MOS. So they was like, "Well, do you want to go to college?" And I was like, "Yes." So I did utilize my GI Bill, but I ended up getting really really ill and I couldn't finish. Uh
How long
but
have you been out?
literally my contract ended in February 2020. And
How long you been out of the military, or that's how long you're saying your GI Bill expired?
that's how long I've been out of the military.
In
Like I don't even
2020?
have it.
So the
I don't
GI Bill
even.
is still good. That's still good. You can still go back. That's good for like 10 years.
Okay. I don't even have a DD
I
two
know
forty
because I
two.
used to work in PAC. I know all of those. I was a 71 Lehman for a while, so I
Oh.
actually worked in the personnel and
Mm-hmm.
know the statute. All you got to do is like really do 2 years, get an honorable discharge. You're entitled to that GI Bill, and so the way that they're paying for your bachelor's, if you was actually getting the GI Bill college fund, so as long as you're making a C or above, you will get an extra check like every month until you finish. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was getting. But it was like they asked me if I wanted to go to college. I said yes because I did. But then what they did was they caused um I want to say situations, or it was duties that I had to do that started to conflict. As long
Right.
as I wasn't going to school, it was okay. They introduced it to me. Now it's a problem.
Right.
So I ended up not only by getting sick or what have you, but I had to stop going.
And so were you still in the military then?
Yeah, I'm still in the
Uh,
military.
all right. All right. But so how did you end up, Your husband, he was in the military also?
No, he was not.
Civilian.
We're in Texas, so I grew up in an impoverished area, but I was blessed with a father that was a sergeant first class. So he showed me and explained to me that I had to make a decision on the quality of life. And I was like, okay. I still hit my head real hard a couple of times. But I tried to make my marriage work. Like, I wasn't hiding anything from him. I showed him everything, that I was
How did you, what is it, Baby Judah? How did you learn about the truth?
I researched it.
But I mean, you had to actually stumble on something.
I was listening to you. I don't remember how I came. I think I came across you about when I was listening to the straw man, but I came across you. I was battling with my commander about something, and I was listening to you and talking about law, and so I utilized some of the information that you taught me, and when I started doing that, that let me know that the information that you were giving me was true. And then like you give the information, or you give and then you tell us to research it.
Right.
So that's what I did. And then I just used that information as a tool to keep them jokers off of me until I could, until my contract ended.
Yeah. I got out early. I got out 3 years early. I still had 3 years on my contract. I got out. I put in a conscientious objector.
I mean, I'm just gonna be really, really honest. Like right now, 2017, December 2nd, my daughter was murdered. She was my support system, after my husband at that time decided to, go his way. And she was murdered,
You said 2017?
Yeah,
How old was
2017.
your daughter?
She had just turned 21 October, and then she was murdered. Well, her birthday was October 27th, and then she was murdered December 2nd.
Was that his daughter? The husband?
No. No.
Well, she was in the street or something, or she was a victim of a drive-by or something?
She was a victim. She was in the car with her boyfriend, and according to information from individuals, she was just at the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong person. She had literally moved all the way back home. I had received a position at the VA, so she wanted to go to college here where I am, and so we were making plans to already relocate to try out a better life than what we were receiving. So
was her husband still in the picture now, or is he was gone?
Nah, he's gone. What they call that, co-parent. So I co-parent with him to the best of my ability. I just can't. I just can't, because when someone flat out tells you that they're not going to even try to understand the scriptures, that they're not into that was heartbreaking.
He was a worldly Negro. We wrote a song about him.
Yeah, yes, and a lot of women, they try to, or they get married and they think they gonna change their husband, or I'm gonna rebuild you. No, you can't rebuild no man.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
So I just assume out of love, action of love, like he say, I'm paying bills, I'm active duty. You don't have to worry about nothing, but you still hanging in the streets, catching cases. Like I'm holding it down. I'm not shooting you down your manhood. I'm not belittling you as a man. I'm still being in my woman's position. But he just wouldn't, he just said no. So that's just how it is.
So where's he now? Like, is he in?
Working. He working up in like North Texas somewhere.
Mm, mm. So you and him, you got officially divorced?
Oh yes.
Hmm.
There's another detail that I just feel too personal to say in a group, but
Right.
if it was just me and you, I would tell you because it's on like some mental health stuff. I'm just
Yeah.
being real. So
Right.
I mean, if it was you, I would tell you. But yeah, I had to legally divorce, and I don't believe in marrying into the judicial system. Um
Right.
because I was joining the military, they had a law or stipulation that you had to be married. So we was already in a relationship.
Right. To get quarters and all of that, yeah, you got to be married. Yeah,
Hmm.
you got to be married to get housing and all of that. Yeah,
Yeah. Yes.
yeah, and you get a little more. You know, you know what I mean. You get
Yes.
pay and all of that.
Like he
Yeah,
was he was stealing from me and everything, and I was like letting it, like I was just like letting it slide. Like I would see it, but I wouldn't say anything because like it's kind of like,
wow.
it's like, let me check myself before I check him.
Yeah,
And
nah.
make sure I'm in the right mind state before I say something.
Let me ask you this: how did
Yes.
that make you feel having to take care of a man? How did that make you feel? Did you lose respect for him?
Yes, that's the whole thing. I lost respect for him. His mother literally told me that she apologized for not raising a better man.
Well, see, that's the problem. She can't really raise a man. He needed his father there. He was a mother's boy. That's the problem right there. Yep. He needed a male figure. Even if his father wasn't there, if there was some other male in the family that showed that man how he, because me, I couldn't feel right in that kind of situation. I don't get how dudes do it, man. How you gonna look at a woman? She's taking care. Nah, man.
That's that Pimp C stuff down here in Texas.
Yeah, well, that ain't no pimp right there. That's a sucker right there. A pimp is something different. They manipulate women, but that right there, like shacking up with a woman, and yeah, that's off, man. You gotta have a low self-esteem to do that. You got to.
Yeah, and I came to that conclusion as well because as I tried to grow, like literally, I was seeking a home, right?
Right.
And it's a program called NACA. And he was like, and I had to take a class online. So this class was literally all day long. So he
Right.
calls the kid's cell phone and then he like, what mama doing? And they was like, well, she in a class because she trying to get us a house. He was like, you can't get no house on no internet. So that was also affirming that he does not, even on a unconscious level, he does not want me to elevate.
Right.
So because he's complacent and where he is. And I'm not complacent.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. Looks like he was giving you a lot of signs a long time. I'm not sure how that lasted 10 years.
Military. Oh, you know how
Even the military
his mother, I'm sorry, his mother or family members, the women in the family, this is what my intuition, my gut was telling me, that somebody was informing him, because when we were going through the court system, like, they kept serving him, and I'm like, what's going on? And so I had walked up to the court clerk, and I asked her, I said, what's going on? Because this is like the fourth time, like literally, like I'm having a meltdown at that time. And they told me he had been served several times, but his mother would not touch the envelope. So the sheriff, I want to say, if I'm not right, he put it in the door. So legally, he had not been served because his mother would not physically touch the envelope.
So you sure about that in Texas? There's some states like Virginia, all they have to do is rubber band it to the door, you've been served. So that depends on the statutes of the state.
So I know but I had to put my thinking cap on. Right. So he had a homeboy that was looking for him that was in jail. So I had it was a jailhouse letter that had came to my home. So what I did was I just took those papers. I took a razor blade, cut that envelope. I put those papers inside that envelope. They let me know that I had to show proof that he had been served. So I let him know. I said, say you got some mail, you need to come get your mail. I'll meet you in the cul-de-sac. And so when I was coming down the stairs, I was acting like I was on the phone talking to somebody. And when I was doing that, when I handed him the paper, it was on camera. So I served him. That was the only way, because whoever he was communicating with was making it hard for me. And then I found out too, in the state of Texas, you can publicize it in a newspaper, and and it don't even have to be a like one of the big papers. It could be just a local, and if no one disagrees, then the system would go ahead and allow that divorce.
Right. So it's non-contested. If it's non-contested.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a lot, but that situation is over. So I just I do have a clear understanding. I feel like I do have a clear understanding of who I am. And yes, I am a different person than what I was 30 years ago. Like literally, I was in a hood. Like,
hey sis, how long you been single?
Huh?
How long you been single?
Ooh, I stopped counting. I want to say since July 2017. As I think that's what my your divorce decree they give you, the stamp that's on there.
Yeah, it says you you got to stay in the scriptures, like because I mean you've been through a lot. You've been through a no good man. You took a loss for your daughter. You're strong to still be standing, right? But you got to stay. You got to stay prayed up and stay in the scriptures. Like that's the thing. That's where your strength would be, because just like that dude, there's a lot of dirty guys out here that'll come in with a smile on their face and try to give you some chivalry, and that's not the real them. So that's why the scriptures say you got to try every spirit, right? You don't just hold your quiver to someone you court them and see what they're really about. Like from that experience, what you should be doing with any man, you would sit down and talk to this man, say, okay, so what do you have to offer me? What are you going to bring to the table? I would explain to him, I've been through a really toxic relationship where the guy may have actually promised me these things and I had to end up being like the male and the female. So you never want to experience that again. So you really need to, fill dudes out because a lot of guys are lying, man. You really got to fill them out. Real talk. There's a lot of
Yeah.
dudes, man. I'm telling you, a lot of guys, they shouldn't even be interested in a woman until they have their life in check. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of them, like that dude, they will use a woman for a catalyst so he could come up. Then when he gets to where he wants to be, then he'll typically just up and leave or whatever, Like you say, this guy was constantly in the streets. He just really wanted somewhere to lay his head or something like that.
Well,
So,
when I was in service, he had no reason. Like you espouse everybody getting fed, everybody getting extra. Like when you go from welfare to military, it's like a holiday, So
but it
he
was
just,
in him. You see what I'm saying? It was in him
yeah,
already. That's what it was. It was already bred into him, right? Just to be out in the street life.
yeah.
Oh yeah, those that could get you in trouble, right? So when a spouse acts up in the military, it gets the military personnel in trouble. They held you accountable for their actions.
And he did. He tried, but it didn't hold because I kept my first sergeant in the loop of what was going on. And I mean, he has never hit me, but it was a situation of like outrageous jealousy. I couldn't believe that I was going through what I was going through. And I had to go to a woman's shelter while I was in the service because he was acting a fool.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, you've been through a
He
lot.
and he had everything, like, so I mean, and like he's biracial, so our children are biracial, so
What was his father?
Mexican,
And what was his mom?
so-called black.
Yeah. And his father might have been an Edomite. See, I'm gonna hit you with something. A lot of Mexicans are Edomites, really Europeans, and a lot of them don't know it. They just think everybody from Mexico is a Mexican. That's not really true, because when you look at antiquity, Mexico got conquered by Europeans. If you Google a man by the name of Hernan Cortez, he was a conquistador that went there and conquered those people. And when European was conquered people, they didn't bring a shipload of women with them. So they went there and they raped those women. And so all of their descendants, doesn't matter how they look, if they was raped by Europeans, then they're descendants of Europeans. You understand? That's how that works scripturally. So they may try to say that they're Issachar, they're really not. They're descendants of Hernan Cortez, because the scripture says it's the seed of the father. And they're going to have that father's spirit on them. That's probably why he's
Yes,
behaving like that.
yes, he does. And this past weekend confirmed it. His father called grandma uh and wants to talk to the kids. But as long as Mexican grandpa was in his good mind, he didn't want to have nothing to do with you because your skin was brown. Now that his Mexican wife is dead and those Mexican kids, excuse me, it sound real
Racial.
racial. But
No, but I'm gonna hit you with something. It really doesn't, because if you look at the vast majority of Mexicans, if you look at their identification, they identify as white because
I
Esau
had
know their true history. Because
a
I'm
birth
telling you, they got
certificate.
conquered by Europeans.
I have the birth certificate that showed that his father was white. I
See,
do.
see, I can't make this up, man.
We can't.
Damn.
Yeah, we can't make it up. Yeah, we can't make it up.
Yeah, because they got conquered by Hernan Cortez, and they have a statue in Mexico of that. What was that so-called black man name? He put a revolution because the original inhabitants of Mexico was dark people like us. They hate when I say that, but it's true. That's why when you go in the caves, you look in the caves, those are Negroid people. See, the original Mexicans, they're pushed all the way back, and they don't want people to see them. They're Negroids. They're descendants of so-called Negroes. Those were the original, what you call Mexicans. When you call the Aztecs and all those people, those were dark people. Those people was dark, man. All you got to do is look at the caves, look what's on the walls, man. It's right there. The history is right there. That's why some of them got real thick necks and thick lips and broad noses, because they descended from those people.
And I mean, this is a little sidebar, but what used to just make me so sick. We would like be in a grocery store, and that culture, they will always walk up to him and say, "Do you know who you look like?" And I'm just standing there waiting for their response and his response. And they would tell him, "You look like Black Jesus." And it's not a joke. And he took it with an ego. And I didn't take it with an ego. I was offended that how do you accept and being acknowledged of having the features of Yahshua, but you steady running around here like a heathen?
But that's what he really was, sis. But no, you're still awake. When you guys still awake, someone get Romans 8 and 16. I'll show you. But he was behaving like that's who he truly was. It doesn't matter how he looked. The Most High deals with a spirit, right? He had the spirit of the devil in him, man. He had the spirit of Ishua in him. That's why he was conducting himself like that. He had the spirit of his father in him. Someone get Romans 8 and 16. Watch this. Most High doesn't judge you by skin color. It's that spirit that's in you.
The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahuwah.
So you can't look at someone and determine who they are, right? It's the spirit that the Most High put in it. And that's why, that's why he couldn't accept this. That's why he told you he wasn't, because it's not in his spirit. See, if you're not of Israel, you're not going to accept this, man. You want to accept this truth because it's going to cut you. When he started reading certain precepts, you could cut his whole family, man. He ain't going to accept that, man.
No.
My grandfather was, but my grandfather was with Edomite. They cut him.
No disrespect to the so-called black men, but there was a saying that if you don't want a Negro to know something, put it in a book.
Yep.
If I tell you, like, I've had my apocryphers, I've had my Bibles that I carry in my purse with me because it's too much. It's too much. But I would put information because, logistics or whatever, passwords, technology, all of that. Just information that was very important that I could not forget. Guess what I did? I put it in all the books in the house that's sitting right there. I have my Hebrew 10 Commandments sitting. It's on the first plate, and then like I have the Apocrypha, that's the second plate, and then I have some other reading information. But like I have these books around the house for years. I've been having books around the house, and I've put information in those books. For years, he never opened the books.
I'm not surprised. But,
I'm trying to figure out the name of that statue you're talking about. I remember we went over it.
Yeah. I done a video, pulled them down though. YouTube. Yeah. Gone.
I bet not. I remember that we did a couple of videos on that though.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of videos on that.
I still have them. I pulled them down. I put them up on Rumble, man.
Yeah. Come.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing, man. He wouldn't accept that. I'm surprised, man. That's why I said, what was his father? There you go.
Yeah, so I just had to come to a realization that that's what it is. I'm not in the business to changing him. The most high would have to get a hold of him, and all I could do is focus on my mental stability, my mental fortitude. um I also have businesses. I have two businesses.
How many children do you have by him?
Two.
Does he actually try to support his children or come around and see his children?
Yes, he does.
Mm.
That's about the only thing that we kind of like agree about, because I don't like dealing with the judicial system,
Right.
just period. So I was not going to like drag him down to no court system. I don't want to go to the court system. I
Right.
don't want to talk to those people. Like, I don't want to go through that. So no, I didn't do that to him. And over the years, because he had other children before mine, before we were married. And as long as those women were barking at him and being ugly and toxic, they would not get anything. And as long, like, I would be calm, cool, listen to him. Like, when my children need something, it's not a problem. And them other ones, it's a jealousy, because they like, well, why he taking care of your kids? One, this is my household, so
Right.
I don't need to tell you. And two, I chose not to take him down there to the court system because one, I didn't feel like dealing with it.
Right.
So, but yes, he does. The children are quite spoiled. They're quite spoiled. We are very comfortable. Yeah, we're blessed. We are literally very blessed.
That's good.
Yeah. So too, I resigned from the VA on August the 15th. These jokers gave me a false positive, and I was done at that. I resigned. So
A false positive on what? The 19. A false positive on the 19.
on August of 15th.
No, I mean, was it on the punch?
Oh, I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to say it because they're still trying to censor that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
You said they gave you a false positive.
Right. They did at the VA. And so
Yeah, positive on what though?
the Cove
Oh
Star.
yeah. That's what I was trying to say.
And so by me being, biochemical, I'm also histotech. I'm also laboratory tech. So my mind told me, just like scripture say, you go get another opinion. You don't just stake with that one person's word. So I went and got me an antigen test, which allows you to know a 30-day window if you even had it at all in your blood. Nothing.
Wow.
So at that point, I was just done with that institution as well. And so I just focus on my mental health and I read the scriptures also to check my female character and who I'm supposed to be as a woman, a mother. That's all I could do right now.
Huh. And, you know, we have Bible studies like Friday nights, sometimes Saturdays and Tuesday nights at 8:30.
I've been watching you for years now.
Oh, you be watching the Bible studies also?
Yes.
The first time I seen you come on.
No, you talked to me one time. I was at work. I had to go hide in the break room just to talk to you.
Oh, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Oh, it must
Yeah.
have been a minute ago.
Yeah. It was a minute
So,
ago.
but was that on a commerce core or Bible study core?
It was probably a commerce
Yeah,
call.
see, it's probably commerce. But I'm saying
Mm.
Bible study. Bible study is probably more, you know, spiritual, based on those situations that you've done. You know, you've been through.
Yes,
It could be an upliftment. See, like tomorrow, we have a high holy day. We keep the high holy days also as the blowing of the trumpets.
correct. I'm
But,
on it.
yeah,
I'm on it.
and we're doing
I'm ready. You know, that's what I noticed too. That's what makes me happy. It seems to bother other people, but that's what makes me happy. So I'm happy that I went ahead and resigned because now I have the freedom to, honor and commemorate
But you
the
still
feast
could have done
days.
that. I could have helped you with that, even if you was in the working for the VA, because that's a alleged religious holiday, and unless
Mm-hmm.
they could show that you're a mandatory worker, they would have to give you that off.
I was an essential worker.
Uh,
I was an essential worker.
uh.
Yeah, but
Yeah. David D.
yep, day to day. Um, it was something I was about to tell you. I forgot when
Yeah,
I said.
you should who's laughing, man? Who's that?
Say that again.
No, I said who was that laughing? I couldn't figure out who was laughing there, man.
No,
That was that
that's me. That's me, IQ.
I don't know, man. It's just I think it would probably be for the meeting of the blowing of the trumpets. Are you meeting in congregation?
No,
Yeah, you know you're supposed to congregate for the high holy days.
I
Um,
know.
what about your children? Are they boys, girls? What?
One boy, one girl. When I was in San Antonio, I had brothers and sisters, uh, Hebrew brothers and sisters, and we would, fellowship, Bible study, um, go bowling, do things with the kids. But when I received a different position here, um, I just I just haven't come in contact with. You know what? That's not true. When
Excuse me
more
one second. Benaya, your dad's here. He said I'm here. I'm glad, sis.
hmm when I don't know if you heard of Moray Yahoo, no, Moray Dawid on Awakening Remnant. But I when him and his wife came, I couldn't believe how many Hebrews was here in Houston. But the thing is, it's like when you are there, that moment, it's loving and it's sharing. But when that moment or when that time frame is over, it's like I don't know you. Like they don't want to
We're not like that, sis. You need to get with a real group for real.
yeah. I do.
You're not
That's what
like
I'm
that.
missing
You
too.
stay
Yeah.
in contact.
Okay, I will.
Because it seems like you need a support system, man, for real. You could get with some of the sisters.
Yes.
It's not good to be an island.
I need a like-minded sister. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Any of you, Akim, have any questions for the sister?
Yes. Baby Judah.
Yes.
Jacob, wake up, another came or whatnot. I just got a quick question. Will women are modern day women gonna ever have a husband?
Repeat that.
Are modern day women are ever gonna have a husband?
I'm gonna say no because they too
Okay.
howdy. They too howdy and disrespectful, and they don't know. That's what I come to find out too. A lot of people, they just don't know. So literacy is important. So they just they more than likely they not. A lot of my young family members, females and the guy, they decided they not having children. They said they are not bringing children into this world right now. So no, I don't think so.
Nicholas Carefoot.
Hold on, I'm just talking to my mom.
His mum.
It's not mom, it's mum. It's not mom, Carefoot, it's mum. Right, man. It's 11, almost 12 a.m., man. Hey, Cody made it over there yet, Qatar?
He right here setting up his laptop.
All right. Yeah, man, I'm getting kind of sleepy. Gotta get up tomorrow. Get up tomorrow, man. But Naya went to sleep, didn't he? I told him his dad was on. He didn't say anything. But Naya, your dad's here, boy. David.
Thanks for
Yeah, Yashabin went off. He had to go and pick up his son. I'm not sure Nefertali dropped him up. Come on. Oh, David put laugh out loud in the room. All right. Put laugh out loud in the room. David. David, are you going to be here tomorrow? Let me get him on the call. David, hop on the call, man. Click on that link, David. Hey, sis, which part of Texas are you in?
Houston.
Houston.
Mm-hmm.
We're at like 4 hours from Dallas, something like that?
Yes. Yeah. I have family like spread it out. But it still it feel kind of lonely because just because I was in the military, they act like all of this is conspiracy theory, and I'm like, I told y'all when I joined the military, by me being in a position, I can like give you information that can help you, but they don't want it because I guess that's not the information that they wanted to hear. That who we are, that's not the information that they wanted to know. So it's on them.
What are those 3 women over the top of your head? Is that some sort of fashion design?
Oh, it's a dollar store picture.
It looks like it was a fashion joint. Like he was
It's
designing clothing or something.
No, it's just some Hebrew ladies wear hair wraps.
Yeah, they also wear them.
Yeah, that was a situation at work. working for a government entity. I do wear my head wraps, and I want to say before the COVID or a little bit after. I'm sorry if I'm not supposed to be saying that word. They didn't want me to wear my head wrap. Like, they literally called a meeting, and I had to put together a presentation of explanation of why Hebrew Israelite women wear their heads wrapped. And when I did that, there was no problem. But it was funny because the next week, guess what happened? Regulation came down from World Health Organization and CDC that all employees working in that environment with the patients, you have to cover your head as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up being able to wear my hair wrap anyways.
Yeah, people has actually gotten sued behind that and trying to prevent people from wearing a head covering because it's a violation of your First Amendment, freedom of religion.
And then they were brave enough to tell me that if they find out that I'm not, that I'll be investigated. So I told them, I said, go ahead, go look.
Yeah, that's a threat right there. You know, that's extortion. That's a typical lawsuit right there. When you try to extort someone like that, you shouldn't say something. Just go ahead and do it.
And
It's trying to coerce someone into doing something.
And to put whipped cream and cherries on top, strawberries, I cannot find competent counsel in this city.
Well, I believe that. The Chief Justice says that. What did he say that? 90% of all attorneys are incompetent. Hey, what you gonna do? So good luck with that. Yeah, that's what the Chief Justice said, a judge. He said 90% of all attorneys are incompetent. Competent counsel. God.
I don't want to have to deal with the military judicial system to get my DD 214. Like, I don't want to deal with y'all.
You don't have to do it. You should. When you leave the military, you get a copy of the DD 214.
The unit where I came from,
yeah,
they did not do so.
Okay, you know what you could do? Find the nearest DAV, go there, tell them you need to make an appointment, and tell them you need help getting your DD 214 and your medical records.
Oh, I have all my medical records. Yeah.
All right. So just tell them you need a copy of the DD 214. Or you could just you could request one by going to eBenefits online. Create an eBenefits account.
So by my contract ending February 2020, and then everything hitting March of 2020, what they say is I'm caught in a matrix. So whatever backlog that they did have before the pandemic is really backlogged. And remind you, I work there. I work for that. I was working for that entity. And that was my job, to make sure documentations were processed and put in the right place. And they just refused to do it. And it's a fight. It's a fight. So they say I'm caught up in the matrix. So I was just trying to find competent counsel, but it seems that there is none that is willing to go against those two entities. But I'm not trying to burn no bridges though, because I have some opportunities in my businesses.
Got you. This song is dedicated to Elder Marty Marr, true OG of Tazadaq, the true disciples of Christ. You're gone but not forgotten by Hashem HaMashiach, Yahusha.
No, brother, it's just that whoever the Khan put in charge is in charge. And you know, he wouldn't have put him in charge. It doesn't matter who put in charge. We try to lead by example, even though we're not trying to lead anybody. But, you know, if we show that we can't even respect each other, it doesn't matter. The Khan, if he say this guy is X, Y, and Z, I mean, you don't have to listen, you lead, you know. And nobody, we ain't accusing nobody of anything.
I've got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I've got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. It's gonna rain.
Elder Marty Martin escapes the curse. One of the realest returned to dirt. God cremated, not written in the earth. Blessed with the coach, born to B.O.G. Never forgotten by T.D.O.C. Men don't cry, this shit is hurting me. Knowing more pain, your soul is free. Read the email, I couldn't believe you was already dead. For a week in a blaze of glory, cut died soldier. OG Marty Marr died like a soldier. Instead of being helpless and suffering, you took the gag, put one in your brain. When I heard the news, I couldn't cry, too cold for tears. My soul's been robbed. Fuck boys cross me every time. Not in the flesh, in the flesh lives on. Wasn't much Solomon, the widow's son. By Hashem Kadah, please sing the song.
I got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I've got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. It's gonna rain.
Your family wasn't real, this scheme is sad. Fighting over property since your dad gave another but love, you were the truest. Went to your door, now you didn't do it. Must be foul play, wanted your estate. Someone was paid to seal your fate. I'm praying that your soul's in a better place, and you're smiling down at us on earth. After the rain, the sunshine come. After death, it's Shemayim. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
I've got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. I got faith and I know what tomorrow gon' bring. Been enduring this pain, yet I'm praying for change. I can see the sunshine and know they said it would rain. It's gonna rain.
The little confusion amongst the brothers, we just trying to take that away, and it ain't gonna be tolerated. Somebody, it's his thing. Those three things control. If he say this guy's in charge, if he says little Tazadaq's in charge, he's in charge. Because that's the way it goes, man. You can't be doing all that, man. You gotta be respectful. That's all. I mean, a lot of people doing stuff. You can't come over here and say, oh, judge, to be a part of this. can't be a perpetrator of my brother and be a part of this. It's about doing, thus hear the Lord's work, or either go somewhere else.
Yeah, man. You know, I hate to see people in distress, man. Most are willing, you know, things that get better for that sister because, you know, she really been through a lot. Hate to see people in distress like that, man. Seems like an okay sister, man.
Yeah, you know something I noticed also, like from both testimonies today, they pretty much had a similar walk of life, and they both chose the Most High over the current marriages, and both had military backgrounds.
Who was the other one?
Vivian, Jeffrey.
Come.
It was pretty much like a similar story, but you got it from the male perspective and the female's perspective.
Yeah, Jeff, he used to be a part of Tazadaq. Yeah. He was in the road marching and all that with us, yeah, the sis, you know, when I stood up playing that, she fell off. Most are willing. She get in contact because she need a system of support. Going through a lot. Yeah, people be going through a lot. Damn. Daughter died, man, at 21.
Yeah, man.
That man, can you imagine that, man? She was killed. It's crazy, man. It's hard to come back from. Then you got to deal with a dude like that. You would think he would have some kind of remorse, man. The other sister was on here. Seen it, Destiny. Miss 105. Miss 105 penises was on here.
I seen it.
I heard that last time. I just was astonished. I was astonished. I couldn't believe that.
I gotta cut the camera off.
Believe it. Believe it.
That's just
believe it.
Astonishing.
Hey, man. There she goes. She's still there, man. She's still here, man. It's 105. We're gonna just call her Miss 105, huh? God. It's 105, man. What was that? What was those dogs called? 112 Dalmatian or something like that?
101.
She's 105, huh? Come, she got the record. Come, Miss 105, man. She got more than Miss Jane Pittman, huh? Come. David's in the building, boy. Said, I'm here. David, we're gonna see you tomorrow. I bet that dude's lit, man. It's a Friday night. He ain't coming to the high holiday. He's lit up. Let him go. Come on and talk that crazy stuff. You can stop me and all that. Start acting. You can stop me. All right, man. Shut this down, man. Some sleep, man. Oh, I just saw Cody's text message now. He said he just landed at 10. All right, man. Just gonna say shalom, man. Everybody be safe. Where's Roscoe Church tonight, man? Nicholas Carefoot, man. You still on with your mom? Just talking to my mom. All right, man. We're gonna say shalom. And Benign, look what David put in the room.
Peace, King.
You try to be the last one in the chat.
Oh man, this dude's a character, man.
Naftali said
There's
they just
Naftali right there. Naftali shows up, man.
Just made it in. Bring to. Come on. All praise to the Most High.
Come on. Go ahead, come on.
Naftali is funny. Naftali is funny sometimes.
How's it going, brother? Pay good to it, bro. All right, man. We're gonna man.
shalom, Shabbat shalom.
Till tomorrow, most I will. Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.